Caution, this is not a test. This is a message from the Tarkov emergency alert system. Serious threats have been identified in the area. Everyone is advised to seek shelter and stay away from windows. Lock your doors and protect yourself. Private, military contractors have been deployed and it is unsafe to travel to or near the Ultra Mall, Tarkov Sanatorium, Priozesk Natural Woods Reserve, Tarkov Industrial Port of Customs or the Federal State Reserve Agency base. Stand by for further information. Good luck and Godspeed. This is not a test.
What up? How's it going, bud? How you doing today?
Hello, Grumbles. How are you, my dude? I am very well, thank you. I'm very well.
Yeah, I'm great. After yesterday's tournament, oh my god, it was so close the entire time. Like the only real raid I think that defined it was that final one, and it was just insane. So I'm expecting some big things today. Today's the last day to determine the wild card spot too. So
absolutely big day, big day. We've got obviously well, let's introduce ourselves first. How about that? My name is Jeeple. Obviously we have Grumbles. I'll let Grumbles say hello as well.
Oh, you're so modest. I'm just Jeepo. What's up? Yeah, guys, Grumbles say y'all know me by now. I'm gonna go real cheesy. Check this out. Y'all know me, still same OG maple syrup and poutine. Grumbles say, what's up? How's it going? Oh, here to entertain you today.
Excellent, my dude. Excellent. Well, as Grumbles was saying, guys, we are looking forward to today. We are in the last group game of the EU NA bracket up in here, with Blitzer Girl, with Ziku, with Nemonas, and with British Ubba. So there's a mouthful to get through those names. At some point, I definitely think I'm gonna stumble up. I don't know about you. Grumbles. But tell me what you're most excited about today.
I'm just really, I mean, the thing that always kind of excites me about the last brackets in a round is everybody should know by now what to expect coming in. They should have seen people playing it and been like, okay, this worked, this didn't work. And it's going to be interesting to see how much people may change up their tactics to suit the competition, because it's a totally different game.
Absolutely. I always find that quite interesting as well. Even last season, you know, we had a few people do a few things in certain maps, and then later on you would see other competitors do maybe just a slight variation of the same strategy with varying
Yes.
results. So I do find that really interesting. Absolutely.
Yeah, my favorite aspect about these events is just seeing all the different play styles of Tarkov and all the different like tactics that people employ, and you kind of can take something away from it if you pay close enough attention.
Absolutely. I mean, I've taken away some nasty angles from this, some interesting strats. You know, just in my day-to-day play. So always looking to get better at Tarkov. It's rough out there on the cobbles, for sure.
It definitely can be, and it's hard right now because, as we all know, Bitcoin, it's a controversial topic. You can make a ton of money, so everybody can afford to run everything. So it's tough out there for everybody right now. So keep your heads up. Keep your heads up, Pope.
Absolutely. I'm really interested to hear in chat as well. Obviously, we know that the Bitcoin market has exploded, IRL and in Tarkov. I'm really interested to see what people's thoughts are on the changes with the Tetris, the interesting hike from about a 10k green battery to about a 300k green battery for that trade. Are people gonna, you know, try and get those Bitcoins anymore? I'm so really interested to hear that bigger conversation as well. But yeah, for the most part tonight, just super excited about the tournament here.
Super excited. Remember, guys, keep conversations civil, though. Keep them civil. Chat about whatever you want. You can criticize the game. No one's saying you can't criticize the game. Just don't be a jackass. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Nikita has his vision. We are in a beta phase. We've been in beta since day one of this. We're testing. People seem to forget that, but super excited. You know, the fact that we can even have competitions like this is all down to you know, the organization of Evasion, all down to the fact that Tarkov is stable enough to have these competitions. So Iron, you can criticize Filbo, by the way, at any point. You don't need permission to that.
Please
Hashtag
do.
blame Filbo. Please trend that in the chat.
All right. Well,
so it looks like.
Do you want to take away the first one, or? Yeah, you, me.
I'll do it. Why not? We're gonna jump over to our first map. Our first map of the day is gonna be labs. It is gonna be offline labs. This is really a good warm up for the guys, just to get a little bit comfortable. Let's settle those nerves. Get everybody in a game and get them starting to murder things. So it is an offline labs raid, and it is for the maximum number of XP. So the PMCs will spawn into an offline raid and score the highest amount of XP with the PvE settings below. Extract before the 15-minute timer runs out. They can bring any loadout they want except tier 6 armor. The AI difficulty must be on hard, and the AI amount must be on high. The total amount of XP is the score, rounded to a whole number to the nearest 10k. And the library bonus percentage is removed because, of course, not everybody has the library bonus, and that just gives us that even playing field. Grumbles, tell me, have you done this yourself? Is this one of your standard warm-ups?
Oh, well, as I was saying yesterday, normally my go-to was factory for the longest time, as I think all of us were. And then with the introduction of labs, as long as you've got a key card in your inventory or you can afford one.
Oh, I think we just lost Grumbles there mid
I don't see
round. Not to worry. So, I mean, I'm actually kind of like him. We got you back. Is this that Canadian internet or the beavers chewing on the lines or something? So, sounds like they might be. Not to worry, guys. So not to worry. We will see just how the guys do here. Of course, a big shout out to the battle mods as well as we go. We're gonna have Bush for Dag is gonna be the battle mod for Blitzer Girl. For Zico, we have Damien. For Nemo, we have Epic Failure Dave, or as I like to call him, just Epic Failure. And we also, for Uba, we have Bolts as well. So big shout out to all the battle mods who make this possible. We'll be seeing those guys, I'm sure, around the internet and around the chat as we go today. Labs offline, definitely something that I do, and I recommend everybody in chat give it a go. As I think Rumbles was saying, you know, you can get in there with that Dave, you can get in there with that labs card. You don't lose it because it's offline, and it really just helps kill the fear that you have for raiders, because we all know you don't double peek a raider. And it helps you get in there, learn the layout of the map, and see how much you can score against these guys. You know, the guys that qualify for this tournament are the guys that qualify for this tournament are obviously exceptionally good players, so you can start to compare yourself and get after it. So I do recommend this to everybody.
All right, sorry about that, guys. The beavers, they would from the electrical poles, so they've been chewing them down because they need to build their dams. It's springtime in Canada, guys. But to answer your question earlier, yeah, I have switched from factory to labs as my offline warm-up. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't. Raiders are considerably hard scavs, and it also will have a map, a big map.
The warehouse first?
Absolutely. Absolutely, I agree. I think getting comfortable with the raiders is very, very important. So as you can see, guys, it looks like 3 of the competitors have loaded in, and we've got the audio from Blitzer Girl here in the top left-hand corner as well. So we're just going to keep an eye on all the competitors, see who gets in the action first. And I always find this one interesting, Grumbles, because you can see who settles in really comfortably, really quickly. And what's interesting as well is, you know, you kind of hope that the buttons are all active for the competitors here, so they can just really get those raiders rolling at the very start of the raid.
If not for them, for our own entertainment, at the very least.
Absolutely. There's nothing as fun as watching someone get absolutely destroyed by raiders. Oh.
Am I seeing...
Blitzers.
Did Ubba come in with a GL and a grenade case full of rounds?
It looks like he
That's
did,
amazing.
yeah. I mean... Not against the rules, of course. This is an offline raid. You can do what you want, and this is no risk to any of your gear. You're going to get it back, so...
Sorry,
bold
what?
strategy. And it looks like Zico as well has a GL.
Oh, he... yeah,
so
I didn't notice that.
Interesting, yeah. Okay.
Well, and as we all know, the GL, I do believe, all kill headshot bonus. So it's kind of smart if you think about it.
It certainly is. And actually what I find quite interesting is, you know, some of the competitors, they do a decent job of running around and making sure they hit those bodies, because of course every point counts here, right? You want to get as much XP as you can. So if you can make sure to hit those bodies before moving on to the next little blob of raiders, then you're really maximizing your time in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Nimonas going a little bit old school, just with a standard rifle. A lot to be said for that, though. It looks like an HK he's rolling. And as you can see, Blitzer Girl with about 5 spare face shields and a lot of ammo. So I like her thinking there.
That was to the face.
This is intense. You know, I will admit though, you know, so many of these events lately, I mean, we do see a lot of the commonly used weapons, you know, the FALs, the M4s. I do kind of like seeing the grenade launcher. You know, you're not allowed to use it any other time, so it's kind of neat to switch it up and see a bit of a difference.
Absolutely. I mean, I have a grenade launcher. It's been sitting in my stash since very early this wipe. It's found in raid. I haven't had the courage to take it out yet, but maybe an offline raid in labs would be the way to go, just to experience the power, you know.
Oh, it's corrupting, that's for sure.
Blitzer Girl just moving through the guys here. We're now listening to Zico in your top right corner, so we're going to hear the thud of that grenade launcher. Of course, you might have range problems if you get face planted by a raider. That could certainly be a bad day with your grenade launcher. I guess that's the risk that you take with something like this in raid, though. I'm assuming he has a backup. Let's keep our eyes out to see if he has a secondary as well. Easy to pick up a rifle off the ground, of course.
This is good shit so far, boys.
And so Zico is from Denmark. He is a Danish competitor, guys. And he still insists that no matter how many hours of this game he's put in, and I certainly advise everybody to go over. Follows are free, and all these competitors, guys, go and check them out if you like what you see. But he certainly insists that no matter what, the jump scares for him in Tarkov are still a thing, which is quite interesting because I actually tend to agree. I'm 4,000, 5,000 hours into this game, and every day I get jump scared to hell. What about you, Grumbles?
I still get jump scared. Yeah, it definitely happens, especially when you take a little bit of a break. You know, you take a week off here or there, or a couple days, and you come back and you just find that, you know, it creeps back up on you a little bit. And I mean, I'll admit, I'm only at 1,500 hours in the game. So it's not, I'm not 4,000, 5,000 hours in, but.
Definitely got raiders.
Well, believe me, it won't get any easier. This is still a horror game and an FPS.
It is.
It is not. It is a hardcore Tetris simulator with a little bit of FPS thrown in. Let's call it what it is. Moving.
I've always said.
Go ahead, Grubbles.
Oh, I was gonna say, I've always said, leave it to the Russians to make an FPS game. That's really just.
Russian doll simulator. That's what it is. It looks like we've moved over to the audio here from Nemonas as well. So let's just see how he's doing. Of course, rocking. I think that is a HK. It looks like one of my favorites as well. Nemonas being a competitor from Lithuania. His favorite map is Shoreline, which we'll obviously see here in a little bit later on. He claims that he is he is an ex-professional volleyball player who now has gone fat. Apparently. So if you guys are into volleyball, I'm into volleyball. Usually it's Olympic and it's female, but you know, we won't bear any grudges there against Nemonas for that. So if you guys are into that, do feel free to go over and give him some love in his chat as well. He's holding this angle exceptionally well. I like his use of a torch. Sorry, a flashlight for those people out in the non-civilized world. It looks like he's holding this angle very well. He's brought lots of grenades. I love to see lots of grenades against the raiders. The one surefire way, I'm not the beach variety gangster. You're correct, sir. It is the one surefire way, these grenades, to make those raiders move. You never want to double peek a raider that's in a static position. That's never to your advantage. So this is really smart movement from him. Fluffy in here, continuing the legacy of Per English, as we can see.
Yeah, I'm just.
He is making short work
Sorry
of
about that.
These guys in the garage. Oh, you're back, Grumbles. Excellent.
These beavers, man, I had to go chase them off. It's just beaver be gone, you know. Every Canadian household has some of it. Did I hope I didn't miss anything too exciting in my absence.
Well, what you've missed so far is Nemonas just slaughtering an entire extended family of raiders out here in the garage. It is filthy. We're talking probably 8, 9, 10 raiders. He's just hitting those bodies for XP right now. And then we have Blitzer Girl in the top left making short work.
Making moves. The okay, yeah. No, this looks great. It looks like a good start for everybody. It looks like there's some action. People are getting some points. But I heard you were saying earlier, you definitely don't want to repeat raiders because they know. They're waiting. They're looking at that door and they're going, listen, or wall or whatever. It doesn't matter, but yeah, it's not something I recommend. And quite interesting here. Nemonas has time for a little snack. Ooh. Blitzer getting ambushed. Pulling off the headshot, I believe.
Flicked. Yeah, she flicked hard on that guy. Excellent work.
Well, we saw some amazing flicks yesterday from Terotex, I believe. And that right there though, that was something else.
It is interesting to see just what I'm interested in what these guys bring with them in their backpacks. And we just saw Nemonas had time for a little MRE snack there, so he brought looks like a picnic with him. Blitzer girl, just lots of meds, lots of ammo, lots of face shields. Smart play as well. Look at these guys are every point counts. Every week, every bracket we play, it's always a close run thing. So these guys know that even though this is sort of a warm up, every single point counts, and they're in these to get the maximum they can. Stay in the raid as long as possible. You love to see it.
Exactly, and we've seen it a couple times where people they opt out of necessarily med kits and they rely more on things like the green syringes and the propitols because instead of just getting a lump sum of healing, if you're injured that whole time and you keep popping it, you're just continually getting that experience and it all counts, as you said.
Well, absolutely. I mean, if you have to heal 5 different parts of your body, that's 5 times you have to hit the heal button, which is 5 animations you must go through. Oh my, look at the bodies. British
Oh my god.
That is obscene.
Hit the floor. I had to.
Save me, Oprah. Exactly. Alright. Well, we're definitely exfilling.
These are our grenade boys, right?
I want to jump in that dog pile and snuggle those thick boys.
I think we can go up.
I think so too, yeah.
And there'll be more. Alright, let's attract him with the old nade in mid. Hell yeah. Do we have
attract him with the old nade. Sometimes I do that. I'll walk around maps and I'm like, it's too quiet. And I'll just pop a couple shots off, spam some voice lines. And if you're lucky, you just kind of hear them yell at you before.
Yeah,
you either get,
sometimes you got a peacock. You got a peacock for them a little bit. Let them know you're there. Assert your dominance on the map. Show them your big...
how much time have we got, Bolts?
Dominance, let's say, for TOS purposes.
Yeah, you're
just stomp around the map a little bit, make them come out. Your big dominance, there you go. I do quite like British Oba, how he is sort of talking around his position and what his plan is here on the map. I do like that.
Just in case they've respawned.
I do too. I think
a rough one
for some people, it's definitely a way to stay focused as well. So it could be that. I know for me, I subconsciously will do that, even when I'm gaming off stream, and it annoys the hell out of my family.
Probably
funny you say that. I've certainly noticed that trend as well. You start to narrate things you're doing, and all you're doing is making some toast. That's when you know you have a problem.
The worst is when you're in public, like at a supermarket or something, and you start narrating what you're doing, and people look at you like, what the hell are you doing? It's happened.
We've all been there.
These are the problems. Streamers. Hashtag streamer problems. I do think these grenade launchers are working for them, though. I mean, we'll have to see at the end of the raid what the point differentials are, but I think those grenades are definitely allowing them to quickly mow through and sort of reset areas if they can.
It certainly seems like it.
Whoa.
Oh, big double kill there for British Ubba as well.
Dirty.
The GL. These are filthy.
Press F to pay respects to
these things are just
lie, he is.
I don't think
he's certainly inspiring me to dig this thing out of my my stash wherever I've hidden it and give it a go, at least in offline mode.
Okay, we're gonna have to leave, chat.
Very
I did
clever.
use
He's
a
not
grenade
just hitting the
launcher. I think.
bodies. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I think I did use a grenade launcher last wipe or whatever wipe it was introduced. I think it was last wipe where they reintroduced it to the game. Was it not?
Roger that.
Or was this the one before?
It was last wipe, I think, where it was introduced. Yeah, I believe it was last wipe. It's starting to blur a little bit.
And I remember there was a moment there where it was widely available and it was very common to run into. And I definitely used my fair share of it back then. It just felt, I don't know, it felt like it took the challenge out of the game for me. But I can definitely see situations where it's useful.
Agreed, and British Oba just extracting there, and I do agree. I mean, it's like anything with a new toy, you'll see it around a lot, and it's a respectable score, 91,000 XP for Oba. Hell yeah!
And if he doesn't have a library,
and exactly. So of course, as Grumbles is saying, we do remove the XP bonus if you have a library. She does not. And as we can see, Nemonas coming in with 65,000 XP. Also a respectable
Wow.
score.
Yeah,
Yep.
Zico had
Yeah,
95,000.
yeah.
I think I just got a little glimpse of that as we were dipping off that screen. So it's up to Blitzer here. Last one in the raid. What can she pull off?
Needs to extract, obviously, to get those points. But let's see. I think she's doing the interesting thing as well. A lot of people just touch the bodies and leave, but she's not just touching. She's actually picking up some of the loot to get that extra little bit of bonus as well. So maybe we'll see just what Blitzer pulled out with as well. 76k. Not bad at all. And all our competitors surviving as well. Sometimes not all our competitors get away with this offline raid. So I think all of them will put some points on the board at the very least.
Scav raider kills. I tried to get ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like we've said before, those raiders, you never know. Sometimes they just they are waiting for that head to peek out, and other times they can't hit broadside of a barn.
Yeah, more likely than not when I'm in there, it's the former, not the latter, unfortunately. But respectable scores from all our competitors put up there. So tell me, Grumbles, what did you see that you like the look of so far? Who do you think is going to come up with some nice, interesting strategies? What's your thoughts on how that went?
I mean, they all did phenomenally. It isn't every bracket that we get to see everybody survive that first raid. And I know the first raid's more of kind of a warm-up. That's why you're not going to see necessarily 25, 30 point totals coming out of that first raid. But judging by what I saw there, I think that we're going to have a good close competition today because everybody was competent. Everybody knew what they were doing. Everybody's reaction times were good. The headshots were there. I just think the grenade launcher, it gives you the edge in the labs thing. And so we're seeing that on the scoreboard. But I think it's anybody's game.
Yeah, interesting you say that. Definitely feel like the grenade launcher came in clutch there for the competitors. Really good as well, as we noted, you know, everybody's done their research, they've done their homework, they're all coming in prepared with backpacks filled with supplies that are useful for them and their strategy. So this is going to be a highly competitive run, I think, today. I'm really excited to see how this goes on the next maps as we go forward here.
And it's definitely become like, I think it's something I've noticed, the more evasion grows and goes on too, you're seeing more and more people coming in prepared like that. Whereas before, people might not necessarily bring some of the backups they would bring. So you're seeing more people watching the tournaments, applying for the tournaments, getting into the tournaments and going, all right, cool. And then it's like, I love it. It's the natural evolution, right? The meta, so to speak.
Absolutely. It's a large team of people at Evasion that have to sift through those huge numbers of applicants now. And obviously we split it out into the 3 regional brackets. We had NA that just wrapped up and Miss Liz, if she's in chat yet, she's usually here watching as well. She loves to see these strategies and compete. She won in that NA bracket. Now we're on to the European. And still to come, of course, we have the Australian solos, the OCE region solos as well, before we move on to duos and trios. So this is a very quickly expanding competition with lots of interesting strategies coming out of it, for sure. It looks like
I absolutely can't wait for trios.
Oh, are you thinking of entering, Grumbles? Are you thinking of entering the trios?
Yeah, I was having this dilemma yesterday. Do I cast the trios or do I enter it? So I don't know. It's just like, it's such a defining moment, I think, right here.
Yeah,
moving forward, will it work or not?
It's huge. It's huge.
No,
I
think it'll be huge.
Obviously, watch this space for the announcement on some of the finer details as they come. But I think it'll be massive. Yeah. And I'm like you. I'll do one or the other either way. If I'm lucky enough to get accepted in, of course, it's an application like anything else. So scores are on the walls, guys. We have British Ubba and Zico with 8 points. Blitzer coming in with 6 and Nemonas coming in with 5. Can't get much closer than that, really, can it, out of first raid?
Yeah, that it's a warm-up raid. You can come out with like 10 points, 11 points. Well, if you really put in that hard work, and not saying nobody put in that hard work, but average, I'd say we probably see 6-5 points per stream on this first one. So 8's an admirable number, but it's still super close.
Absolutely, absolutely. And quite interesting to see from British Ubba there with 8 points. Labs is his favorite map as well. And I think he showed that his knowledge of the map, the way he moved around quite aggressively, obviously bringing the GL certainly had its impact as well. But yeah, all the competitors getting scores on the board. And we have seen competitors not put much of a score up here. They get unlucky to catch a round in the face from a raider, and that can be it all over. But of course, we do often say, nobody wins it in the first map. But at the same time, you look at some of these scores, there are exceptionally close final results in here. So every point is important.
Oh, yeah.
Even from...
It seems like the 100-point mark is where you want to be trying to sit by the end of this.
Absolutely. Anyone that hits 100 points has gotten through so far in this European bracket. We've had a 99. Which is Raccoon in the very first week of the European bracket a few weeks ago. And they're through as well now to the semifinals as the wild card from that left side in your top left Group A corner there, as you guys can see. So 99 points is the standard for runner-up. 100 points and above seems to be the standard for winner, but it's exceptionally close. So you need 3 digits, guys. Confidently need 3 digits.
Exactly. And that Super Rob put up a lot of points yesterday. That's going to be, I think he's going to be one to watch. They all did really well, but I think he's going to be one to watch for the semis.
Absolutely, I agree. I think standard here in Europe, often we get asked by the North American players, what is it like in Europe? What is the standard like? What's the play style like? I certainly feel there are different play styles between the two regions in certain respects, but as we can see here, the scores the guys are putting up are big scores. So they've certainly got it down and ready to go. For
sure. So what map are we looking at?
I'll let you do the honors, Grumbles. This is yours.
I love this one. Yesterday was insane. We had, I think probably one of the best Mall Cops and Robber events that we've had was yesterday. It was intense. We had some PvP competitor on competitor action. The Robber got put down, so the Cop got the extra points. It was fantastic. So today, for those of you who don't know, this raid is my favorite. They're all going into interchange. They're going to spawn in together. They have 60 seconds to separate before the raid is declared hot and being allowed to kill each other. So one of the PMCs is a robber and the rest are the mall cops. The mall cops are tasked with taking down the robber. The robber's goal is to shoplift at least 200,000 in found in raid goods to fence and extract. Whoever can take down the robber gets the bonus points, but if the robber gets away with the amount needed, they get the bonus points. So it is a game of cat and mouse. However, the mall cops don't know who it is. So anyone they come across, they have to guess, and then they have to decide. So the rules are, they can use any loadout they want. They have to have a blackjack backpack. Blackjack backpack. I'm a rapper now, Mom. They can have 2 stims max. They can have 2 grenades max. They're not allowed the grenade launcher. Sorry, boys. The Mark 18, Reap IRs, Flares, T7s, and no run-throughs. They get 1 point per scav kill, 1 point per PMC kill, 3 with a tag, 5 for killa, 5 for extracting, and the bonus is worth 10. So there are a lot of points you can get, and we know that interchange is a pretty busy map. So I'm expecting some pretty big point totals coming out of this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are your thoughts on this?
It's as you said, it's great to see the cop get the robber. In some of these as well, because of course an interesting strategy that we've seen developing here is that the robber stays outside until later on in the raid, then comes inside to sort of scrounge for the leftovers and try and get away, by which time maybe some of the cops are dead or they've ran into third parties, things like that. So I do think it's quite an interesting thing to stay outside, hit the stashes first, but I do like to see the cops get the robber occasionally as well. Interchange my favorite map.
Yeah.
So I do like to watch this for little ratty plays, little chatty plays, sort of learn some interesting maneuvers and locations. What about you? What's your favorite map and why is it interchange, I suspect?
Honestly, it is interchange. I mean, I barely use YouTube, but if you go on YouTube, I did little map videos. And instead of it being map videos like, welcome to Tarkov, here's the map and explanation, it was like each one was like a commercial, sort of like a come on down and visit. And so Interchange, I did it like an 80s style, like this Sunday, come on down to Interchange Mall. And I put the most effort into that one because I love Interchange. It's my favorite map. I think it's one of the most dynamic maps when people just decide not to hide in dark corners, of course. And I honestly, some of my best memories come from Interchange. I just think it's got everything. So I love watching Interchange.
I tend to agree, and it's been an absolute just cacophony of noise recently. There's so much PvP happening, particularly up in that tech light corner. So this is going to be really interesting because they could run into some squads here. They could run into some thick individuals going to text bombs. They're all looking for those 3080s. NVIDIA, bloody hell, make some more. So let's see how they do. Here's the all spawned in and they're splitting up.
Everybody wants those GPUs and those Tetris because, as we know, with the new barter trade to mechanic being kind of nerfed, GPUs are arguably more precious than the Tetris now because the Tetris just doesn't have as much outward value if you cannot get a hold of the Bitcoin.
Absolutely, and I haven't been online today, but I'm wondering if the price of graphics cards has hit 2 million, as I suspected they might, just because they're a little bit more valuable now. The only way you can guarantee access to Bitcoins, apart from occasionally finding them, is now your hideout. So wondering if that price reflects Tetris. In some respects, the value is diminished. But we see the guys here spin up now. Of course, we don't know. Nobody knows unless just the competitors. They get a private message beforehand saying who is the robber. So who do you think it might be here?
Oh, so what's my role? I'm a cop.
You are a mall cop.
Oh well. Well, we know
that question.
They're not the robber.
Asked, isn't it?
I don't know. I haven't seen anyone outwardly do anything suspicious. Is Uba? Sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong, I think. Anyway, I have a feeling it might be Ubba just because it's kind of down there away from everyone, but you know, Nemo, I would have said Nemo, but unfortunately we know.
Yeah, he broke the fourth wall there a little bit. We know it's not him, but it's interesting because often, you know, you'll see that robber run outside to hit the stashes and you'll be able to say, well, that's probably him right there. But of course, everybody's in and around the mall itself right now, and it looks like Blitzer in
we might
Papillion.
see.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we might see Nemo. Oh yeah, getting that.
It's not hot yet.
Tech light is.
They haven't called it hot yet.
A dirty spot, like, and I mean dirty isn't like it's highly contested. People will do whatever they can to try and make sure they get the dominant upper hand there. And with that ultra room being right across the way, it can be rough. Damn.
Absolutely. Blitzer just murdering. Was that a 2-man that she just murdered? The raid is now hot, by the way. We're being told that the raid is hot. The guys have all separated enough and have had enough time to separate out. So the 30 minutes now has started, as you can see in the middle of the screen, guys. But Blitzer with the quick PvP kill, absolutely just going for it from the off. Got to be commended for chasing that kill.
Have we seen anybody loot yet? Maybe it may be Blitzer. She did push that tech light. I don't know. She could be protecting it. She could be saying, I'm going to clear this and take what I want. But I don't believe we've seen anybody loot yet. I don't think we've seen outward. Oh, she's going into the.
It might be Blitzer.
Ultra room.
She's going for the. Yeah, she's going for the meds. Of course, now we need to keep an eye on this. It looks like Zico's right underneath. If she comes down through this escalator once she's finished looting, this could get real interesting.
Oh,
she did bring spare.
She may hear him.
He's in Techo, of course. Very noisy wooden floors, we know.
Yeah.
Another example of people being right beside each other. There we go. She knows he's there.
Oh.
Did she steal that
she gets the kill. I heard I think so.
Yeah, it looks like she stole the kill of Zico. Of course, Zico now withdrawing a little bit to a more favorable position. He doesn't want to be in on that wood where everybody can tell his position. He's got a 308 MDR, it looks like, and he is just blasting this guy. Great kill.
So far, it's a lot more PvP than I think we've seen on this map.
Absolutely. Interesting choice as well. Zico looking like he's brought a long range voodoo on what was that, an M1A perhaps, and he also has then the 308 MDR as well for up close with a red dot.
Ooh.
Interesting strat from him, but yeah, much more PvP oriented straight off the bat.
Definitely, you can tell he's a fan of that 7.62 by 51. I mean, it's a beefy round. Why not use it if you can afford it? It's huge.
It's, for me, it's the best round in the game right now for the price. You know, there is an argument to be made that 5.56 is more well-rounded with 8.55A1 and 9.95, but I've been having issues, and I'm sure others have too, of bouncing 9.95 off helmets more than it really has any right to. So 308 is where it's at. But Blitzer just coming down through secret here. And she could run into Zico again. He's hanging around, still around that Techco area. And while all this is going on, Nemonas looks like he's an avocado pushing towards Rasmussen. So on the other side of the wall, these guys are all very close together again.
I would love to see a 4-way fight. I don't think we've seen it yet. I don't think we've seen all 4 run into each other at the same time. And I would pay to see that.
Absolutely. These guys just slaughtering each other. That's what we're all here for. That is what we're here for.
And
meanwhile,
it looks like they're all playing very methodically, though. Nobody's staying in one position too long. Nobody's... Yeah, everyone's moving. They're saying, look, we got to maneuver. But we haven't seen anybody really push the outside. Nobody's checking those stashes.
Zico and Blitzer girl are about 15 meters from each other. She's got to watch her right as she comes through this doorway. He's in furniture. There he is.
Oh!
And he gets the hit, but she's still up.
Ooh. Throwing the grenade, just clearing a little bit of room so she can back off and get the heal. Yeah.
She needs to change that body.
You don't always
too.
gotta... Yeah. Zico, though, not really pushing, just kind of holding her at bay here. I don't think he realizes she fell back to heal, so...
I think he put one round on her, and it took about 60% of her health from her chest and ruined her body armor. So great work by Blitzer to fall back from that really not good position she was in. Oh, big picks. Both
trading shots
here. Ooh. Oh, Blitzer goes down.
No! Blitzer!
What a
Zico
shot play.
He doesn't... Oh. Damn.
What a Chad play from both our competitors there.
Wow.
Would you have taken that fight if you were in Blitzer's position?
I mean, I don't think was Blitzer the robber, because that would determine my answer. If I was the robber there, no, I would have not taken that fight. I would have backed off. I would have gone somewhere else, and I would have continued to make as little noise as possible and get as much loot in me as I could.
3 Goshen or around Goshen. All right, we're gonna play this smart.
And we're also hearing here that Nemonas actually is down as well. He got third-partied. He got third-partied while he was sneaking around. He was actually quite close to that fight as well. He was sort of in a position to third-party it, and it looks like someone else might have popped him. So Nemonas down as well. So 2 competitors out nice and early here. So now, do we know? Let's see if we can find out of which of the 2, if any of them, are actually the robber here. But that was a great fight. I love analyzing fights. I like how that one wasn't just a one tap out of nowhere. It was movement.
Yeah.
Do I use a torch? Do I not use a torch? Do I heal? Do I push? Using grenades to reposition. That had a lot of really high level play. Love to see that.
I think that's my favorite part about a fresh wipe in Tarkov is even the P.A.K.A. is viable. Fights last a little bit longer. People do generally tend to aim for the head a bit more, but when you do catch those rounds in your chest, you're not going down nearly as quickly. And it is nice to see it at the end game when everybody gets to kind of kid out and rock those really nice guns. But they're not necessarily killing each other right away. I agree with you there.
Absolutely.
I like
know
seeing a
there's been
fight
a
play
lot
out.
of exactly. For me, the most interesting thing about a fight is when it's a drawn-out firefight that brings movement and suppression and all sorts. And as we know, you know, the core movement in Tarkov is changing soon with the added momentum or inertia system. So lots of
I'm
interesting
so-
changes coming. I can't wait. What about you, Grumbles? Are you excited for that?
I'm excited for everything that just changes it up a little bit. I love Tarkov, but I came into Tarkov wanting an experience that wasn't quite as arcadey as it is, and it's not necessarily the developers that are at fault. It's the player base. We've found out the most effective ways to play this game, and we do it. So.
Lowest common denominator. If we can get away with it, of course the players will do it. It will become the meta. So as you said, it's about
they had
restricting.
to.
But you might have noticed there. Did you see what Ubba had in his backpack? It looks like he is our boy.
And then what we'll do is we'll kill the scabs.
Zico in a sniper battle though. Ooh.
So that no one else can
Very
You don't want to be
place.
shooting. I've noticed shooting down through it is really hard, but shooting up through it is easy.
Hey man, we gotta play this one smart, Jack.
That 308 though, being a little bit better at getting through the glass than maybe something like 556. But perhaps that was the guy that killed Nemonas. Nemonas went down in Avocado. That guy looked chunky, like he might have been wearing his gear.
I think
so
he
at least
got
we
the
got
kill
some
there.
vengeance.
There's fucking one more guy in
It
there.
looks like.
Yeah, we did get some vengeance. It's not often that the competitors avenge each other. So,
No, I like
can
that.
we give him
I
an
quite
extra
like
half
that.
point for that?
I think the battle mods might disagree with that. And he's got another one in Raz, it looks
Goodbye,
like.
legs.
That guy's gonna need a.
I hope
gonna
you
need
didn't
some,
like your legs, bud.
Should have looted those guys' nades. That's stupid.
Lieutenant Dan. You ain't got no
Literally-
legs. It looks like.
I feel like-
Meanwhile, while
Maybe that
Zico,
wasn't contested,
he's distracted here. Ubba's just moving around, killing
Oh.
scabs, filling that backpack. He is our robber. I'm willing to
'cause-
put my money on it.
If that goes up,
I don't see why you would loot some of the things. Yeah, he's been outside. He's been kind of underneath. He's been close to the outdoor areas. He's really kind of giving himself space from the middle and the inside of the mall. So I don't see why he wouldn't be the robber here.
No money.
Yeah, he's
Some of that
picking up
stuff,
all
he's just
sorts of
grabbing whatever.
things. Yeah. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is definitely a robber.
He's a robber.
So
And if
From
he's
here,
not,
I
then
think
he's
if
just,
it-
trying to make some money back.
yeah, he's worried about the price of ammo, perhaps, as we all are at the moment. I suspect he's probably trying to get into the back of Ollie here. Of course, we have so many spawns for looting Ollie that are all worth a decent amount of money. But of course, this is fence. We have to pay these things to fence, and what he gives you is not what you get on the flea market. So you need to make sure that you're picking up stuff that is valuable to fence. I know a lot of competitors now do their research beforehand. What will he pay for certain items? What is priority to take? So this is going to be interesting. First thing you got to do is fill your bag, of course.
Roger that, good sir. Go to the
Yeah,
office in
one
back
of the
with
things you
PCs.
definitely don't want to do as the mall cops is get
Office in
bogged
the
down for
back.
too long in one spot. But you also don't know. You know, you don't know, is that my competitor? Is that a random person? It's all points at the end of the day, but like if you feel this could be the robber, you don't necessarily want to reposition and let that opportunity go.
Hey,
But you don't
found
really want to
bolts.
stand around in one area for too long either.
Absolutely, but it looks like there's still an
yeah, dude.
opportunity here for
Yeah, I'm in the
Zico
tournament.
to
Yeah.
find
Oh, he makes
Ubba
it? What,
and
yeah?
get those kills. Yesterday being the first time
chat, you got me
in the
going
competition
places I
so
don't know
far
where we're
that the
going,
cop
boys.
actually got that bonus
Oh.
for killing the robber. So let's see if
Yeah.
he runs into him, but he seems to be trying to dominate the high ground right now. Isn't a bad strategy.
Yeah, still interested in that fight going on in Rasmussen in there. And I don't blame Zico because that is a tech shop. We do know that expensive things can spawn there. So I don't blame Zico for wanting to hold down that store and make sure whoever was in there doesn't get out.
Absolutely.
There's gotta be some more PCs going around.
I don't remember. Did we get a?
Yeah, Uba super
JP is
relaxed here.
3.7, is it?
Just hanging
See.
out, laughing,
Chat.
chatting.
What about hard drives, chat?
putting on a good show.
Because they're pretty garbo, normally.
How the fuck were there two
Uh-oh,
in
are we
there?
gonna see-
One of them were 100% a contestant.
We potentially could be bumping into each other soon.
Oh.
They're getting closer to each other all of a sudden.
You know, we can choose. It's better to have
I think
a
with
slot
Zika
fill
coming
than it is to
downstairs
not
now,
have a
if he
slot fill.
decides that, you know,
Oh.
if I'm the robber
Oh.
and the stashes don't give me what I want,
Ooh,
it's gonna be
CPU
computers,
fans.
like you say here. He's gonna be going in and hitting all these computers.
let's rip
Smart
the
play
PC
from
stuff.
Ava, but of course, if I'm Zico, I'm that mock-up. I might know that
cool
too,
on the
right?
PC.
This is where people are gonna go.
This was fire. Did we check? this
He
one?
is,
They're
yeah.
so close. Oh my god.
So
We
Ava,
see
of
this so
course-
much in these
Yeah.
tournaments too. Ubba may get the drop on him now. If Ubba follows in his footsteps, doesn't look like he will though, unfortunately.
No, it looks like Zico might pull off to the right here towards Rasmussen.
I got hopes. I got hopes.
Yeah, if we see a scav make some noise here and kill the cover that Ubba has right now, this might
This is where
make Zico turn left.
All right, this is where it gets risky.
Well, Zico is facing that side now, so any sort of noise to draw his attention there. He's already looking over there. I think see, he's checking out. He's scoping in.
Did you just fucking move?
There's another
Venom,
PC?
thank you for the raid, buddy. Welcome in, man.
Okay.
Welcome Raiders, welcome to
I don't want
Vision.
to go into Ollie until.
Yeah, and welcome
We are
Raiders.
in our
All right.
absolutely. We are in our
Because it's more
second
than
map
likely
right now.
that,
So you guys are nice and early to witness what's going on. Was that a
Zico-
smooth kill there from Zico?
It's
Yeah.
more likely.
It
that
was.
people will
Unfortunately,
clear that
though,
Ollie.
he's kind of
Right, they'll be
baiting out his own
upstairs, they'll
home
be running
alarm
a
system.
secret.
Those scavs, they'll give you away, but they'll
We're
give
trying to play
everybody
the
else
timing
away
game
too.
here. I'm not. DVDs suck, bro.
Absolutely.
DVDs,
But you know, he
pick
does
them
get
up from
points
Alphas,
for those
something,
scav kills. So
right?
that's the
It's only two- we
dichotomy.
need to
That's the
add
balance
all
he
this
needs
stuff
to
up to
strike. Does he
200.
want that 1 point right now, or does he want that alarm system? Because right now his priority is trying to find these other competitors and kill them. He doesn't know where
True.
everybody else is. He knows that
sure
he
we'll find
killed
some stuff in Ollie as well.
Blitzer. That's all he knows right now. The other three to him, unknown entities.
True. Wow, look at all the bodies there. This is always a tricky place to be. The hole in the floor is such a hot area.
And it's so easily camped from the darkness downstairs as well. You got to be very
Yes.
cautious.
They got way outside.
We're not doing too bad.
It can be rough. It's where boys turn into men
We've also got a
and
shotgun.
little girls turn into men.
Well, I mean,
Everybody turns into a man there.
You know what I mean? So I was kind of like, meh.
It's interesting as well. If you were the robber, would you try and use the killer extract
Yo!
for the chance
Woulda?
of finding
DVDs are better than
something like a
HDDs?
Bitcoin on a sofa?
Alright,
Or
we'll
would
play
you
Jack.
just try and get out
I
at
will
the
drop
normal
HDDs first. What's up, Shifty?
extracts
How you
and
doing,
hope
brother?
you're not spotted? What are your
Good to see you,
thoughts
my
there?
man.
Really depends on
think
what you
we've
got in your
seen
bag.
that
From the
happen.
night, dude.
I
We
think
have,
we've
yeah.
seen in the NA, I believe, yes, and we've seen it a couple times. People do use that killer extract. I think if I'm not having to go out
me
of my
my
way to use
shoes.
it, if I've positioned myself somewhere in the mall where I can swipe that card and kind of get that going, or
Thank you,
I
good
don't
sir.
have to go turn power on, and I'm going, okay, I'm done, I've got enough, and it's just that little bit extra. Why
I
not?
wanna get the
But if you know,
Propane's worth
shit really
5K,
hits the
chat.
fan, and you have to hit that Emercom extract, then you know.
I don't know about this
Definitely.
One, boys,
I
but
would definitely take the killer extract.
I don't know about this one. But 5K
You're
is
not
better
gonna make
than
much
no
without a
K.
backpack
You know what I'm saying?
on this map.
We can always drop. I just want to make sure that this is clear and there's no one here.
But as a robber,
We
you
can
really
hear-
can't lose going towards extracts because, as we know, railway extract itself has how many stashes just right within eye shot of the
Yeah.
extract. It's
one of my favorite scav runs. I simply run the ollie, fill up, and then run the north extract as a scav. Hit all the stashes on the way. About 80% of the time they're
they're
unlooted.
so often unlooted.
Is Valde?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh, he's using the Valde. Talking shit about the
Favorite
Valde
scope
though, 'cause
over here.
that might be some
Come back.
some points knocked off. I don't know if there's any negativity towards the Valde. I think that's -2 points.
Might have
I'm very much on the validate
the
all day
nerves,
train.
right?
So
Yeah.
we'll give him the benefit of the doubt here. As he said,
It's
he's
the
nervous.
nerves.
He just said, but it's great. I love that we can hear the competitors right now. We
100%.
can sort of see what they're thinking, hear what they're cautious about, what they're concerned about, what they're going through. So this is quite interesting. Look, he's thinking even everything like a knife as well. Everything he can get his hands on for rubles right now. It's like early wipe.
Money is money, right?
I'm not too
Why?
fussed,
Like,
chat,
I think
about
that's
getting
a
PvC
great
kills on
tactic,
this-
though.
on this
Just
trade.
fill yourself
Alright,
up
we
with
want
whatever you
bonus-
find,
bonusy
and then if you
points.
come across
It's
higher
so quiet in
priced
the raid,
items,
it's
switch them
kinda
out.
leading me to believe that maybe
Because at
most of the
least if you
competitors are
feel
dead
uncomfortable,
or
like at least if you're
crabbing,
getting down to the wire,
and if they're
you
crabbing,
know
that's
you've got a
kinda
stash full
worrying,
of
dude.
stuff, so it could work, and you could just get out.
What the hell did I just hear? Heard something.
Interacting a little bit there with Philbo and his Voopoo love. So we'll let him have that one.
Beautiful, beautiful, dude, beautiful.
Actually, don't mind the
Oh.
voodoo.
Almost-
Um,
Zico
That's a
almost getting his
scary
face taken
noise.
off by those
that's a
buckshot
scary
scabs.
noise. Yeah, it quickly puts on the face shield. Smart
There's a
play
thing
from
here that
Zico. Don't mess with
That
shotguns.
if that ledge wasn't there,
Yeah, put that there.
I love that he seems to have brought with him
Okay,
a kit
okay.
specifically for shotgun scabs.
Tetra-
Sorry, I put this on to
And
deal with the
hey, I
scab,
mean,
and then I'm
we-
gonna put on my normal helmet. You know.
Tubing.
we all
not a
make
bad
memes
idea.
about
Alright,
the
which one of
shotgun
us
scav,
is-
but it's memes are based in reality.
the stuff
Jokes
we
are
brought.
grounded in reality. Like the shotgun
Absolutely.
scavs will
Scab kills,
dominate
53
you,
points.
and it will happen. Doesn't
you don't
matter
want
if
it in a
it's your
competition.
first time playing.
Did you just fucking
Yeah, no.
Yeah, absolutely. It could,
you want to
you
eliminate
catch an
variables.
unlucky buckshot.
Equip
You
knife.
do, and it can be a competition-ending buckshot. And why take that risk right
Yeah.
now when you're in such a good position? It's not worth it. This is great.
Oh, especially when you get
Another
in
kill there,
close
another-
there.
You know, it is what it is.
Those scavs aren't anything to joke about.
Oh, what do we have that's worthless? The HDD. HDDs. You said they were. You said they were garbage, right, chat? Let's go check what that scav had. Like for
The
real.
new players
You
in
might have some
Tarkov are
good
going,
stuff,
none of
you
it's
never know.
worthless.
We can stick around till the
I
players.
wish I could loot like that.
remember rubles do count towards two. He's been here.
Yeah.
Uba asking the
That's what I
battle
was
mod
thinking.
about.
We can snag a few player scavs. Where did I kill this scav?
There you go.
Oh,
Asking
it's
about the
Extracting.
totals.
Let's put.
It is fun.
getting some
Mhm.
advice.
Oh come on now.
The battle
Of course,
mods,
the
though,
people
they're
you-
fantastic. That's what they're there for.
Absolutely.
25mm ring.
Absolutely, and that's for those of you who are new watching Evasion in chat. Welcome everybody. These
Yeah,
extra
welcome.
voices you hear, obviously apart from the competitors, are the battle mods. We have a battle mod assigned to each competitor, and they're there to just track the scores, offer help, answer any questions about the rules, things like that. And I know, when I competed last year, I used my battle mod a lot. It was great just to run ideas. Hey, did I go that way? Did I check that? Did I pick up that dog tag I needed? Just things like that you can just sort of meanderingly ask. Let's save you just a second here and there and allow you to concentrate on what's more important. So I definitely appreciate my battle
And it's
mods.
even-
I'm sorry.
And it's even just the advice they give where you might be sitting there going, why would a battle mod
I
give
ain't
that
no
advice?
loser.
This person clearly knows what they're
Drive a
doing.
Ferrari.
But in the moment, you forget it. And so it is helpful to have battle mod just say, hey,
Thank you.
blah, blah, blah. And you go, you know what? Didn't think of that. You know what? You're right. And it
Chat, how
does
do you
help.
guys
It comes
feel
a long
about
way. And
early
having your
extracts? What do
battle
you
mod
think?
be supportive and be there talking to you, it's like, it's kind of
What do we
relaxing because it makes
say?
you feel like you're not alone in this. You know,
Absolutely,
they're
calming
emotional
influence.
support.
But I know these
battle
stats,
mods.
baby.
GG's, boys.
You're damn right.
As we can see, Zico just getting out of the raid there at the no backpack extract. So he is done. He thinks
what,
that
sir?
the robber is gone.
allowed?
British Ubba looks like he used the that real nasty spot up on the roof.
Am I allowed up here?
But it looks like his battle mod telling him that spot is not allowed, so he's dropping down again. That spot is
sorry.
is a little bit frowned upon, obviously, because you have to jump through a solid object, one of the little loading glitches.
Yeah.
But you can only do that with max
A little bit of
strength
an
as
exploit
well.
there.
That's fair.
Yeah, a little bit, but again, perfect because you can hear the battle mod
Hopefully I don't
say,
get
"No,
DQ'd
not
for doing
cool."
that. I didn't.
And Oba, of course, happy to
Yeah.
jump straight back down again on that as well.
It's just a scam, chat.
But
And
this
one
is
thing
this
I
is exactly
appreciate
it, you
about
know.
the battle
All right,
mods.
chat. Let's think about this. All
Sorry,
right.
I'll just one thing I was
No,
gonna say
go
I
ahead,
appreciate
go
about the
ahead.
battle
We've
mods
got
is just
enough
they're good at on the fly. Like if a rule, if something kind of falls out of necessarily the definition of the rule,
like that
they're
spot
really
there,
good
chat?
at coming up with
I know
decisions
some of you guys are gonna
and
be up there.
making
Fucking
like
hard
a
rat
change
now.
based
Hell yeah,
off
man.
what's
I don't
happening,
even
you know?
play interchange.
And
bro.
and I admire that because they can all come together and agree
Maybe
really
we'll check
quickly.
loggy
We got
office.
the
right?
first kills
There's
pretty quick. That was very
thingies that
nice.
spawn like beard.
Yeah,
oil.
Zuko,
Zico
obviously,
did
as we can
lead
see,
by the
he
looks of it.
extracted off the the no backpack extract, so he's out. He
not
thinks he's
open
done, and for all he knows, I
any
think the
keys?
robber is dead. Perhaps he thought that Blitzer was the robber. He
Go
couldn't
for
find
it.
any more PvP, so he left the raid.
Where you get
Personally,
your beard oil,
I don't
chat?
know. It's an interesting
Sod
one
going to
because
the
you want to
furniture
obviously
store.
get
Who
the
goes to the
extract
furniture
points
store
that you
for beard
get
oil?
by surviving and
It's
extracting.
everywhere.
But would you stay a little bit longer if that was
What
you,
do we drop
Grumbles?
here? What do we drop here? What do we drop here? You
Oh,
know,
if
8
I
minutes
wasn't
left
the
on the clock.
robber, I would not be out of the raid
how much is beard
until
oil, chat? Hit me up.
the
dude.
raid is done.
Hit me up.
You know, I would be sitting in there because realistically,
Chat,
the
how much is
only,
beard
I
oil
mean,
to
the
main
robber
man
does
fence?
get
I think we're good,
quite a lot of
honestly. I
points
think
if
we're
they
pretty
if they
good,
get their
chat.
objective
So I
done.
think we're gonna
But
start making our
the
way,
police
making some
stand to
shapes
gain
the
more
right now.
because the robber
Beautiful.
kind of has to worry about looting
repellent,
and what they
anyone?
are looting, whereas the cops just kind of roam around and kill whatever they want. So if I was a
Repellent
cop, I'd
over
be
apple
staying in there
juice?
until the last
What we
minute,
saying?
second, whatever.
Agreed. I
Or
think for
repellent
me
over
the same.
JP,
Because you
said this
just
first
know
week,
that if the
plus
robber's
7K.
still
How much is
alive, he's
repellent?
gonna be in there till the last minute. It's in his advantage to get as much stuff as he can.
Okay,
So I would
screw
be
that.
in there, but now of course
you said
British
beard oil
Ubba
is
has
22K?
7 minutes left on the clock and no
JP's not
competitors
there
left
yet.
in the map. So there could still be PvP. There will be player scavs. There will be AI scavs, and there could still be PMCs
is,
in here.
like an apple juice?
But he really has a
Apple juice?
huge opportunity to make
Apple
sure
juice
he
or,
gets the maximum
refill?
points now, get some more
Hit me.
scav kills, and get some more loot.
Hit me, gents.
It's big for Ubba.
We're just gonna chill here. SSD 35.
I'm gonna just relax.
22K. You can leave. Yeah, I think
Doing
I've got
some
more than
math.
200K for sure.
Yeah, as you can see, he's just doing the math, doing the numbers, talking to chat, trying to figure out if he thinks he's got to the
Making
200,
sure.
the magic
Check the PCs
200k
and then
yet.
people leave. Wires are good. Let's drop our nades for these kind of things. Let's just we'll just you know, we'll make sure we've got enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about the
A full
robber?
apple is
He does
1.3K?
know at this point. Listen, I could probably get out. Would you stay longer than you had to as the robber and maybe
Alright, let's
worry
get out.
about
Let's get
picking
out.
up a scab
Let's
or a
get out,
player
gents. What's
kill
our
or two?
extract
Like,
income, I think.
I don't know. I can't.
Someone
I've never
used
been
the
in this
safe room?
situation. I can't decide.
Jeez.
It's a difficult one because
Crabs.
on the one hand, you know, you want
the
to
irony,
stay in
people
there and
calling people
maximize the
crabs
money
right
that you
now.
bring out so that you
Well,
know
we've done this
you've
whole raid,
definitely
it's just-
hit the bonus.
just
But that
crap.
extract points, those extracts are
I
vital.
think
You
we've
need
got
those
more
as
than
well.
enough. I'm gonna be real with you guys.
If I
With
was
the
confident, then I
Cyclone,
would
the
naturally
SSD,
leave. But I'm not sure how confident I would be just yet. He has a lot of loot. But is it 200k
car battery.
defense?
Car battery.
Oh.
Chat. Car battery.
Car batteries.
I can see
aren't worth
utilizing
too
his
much.
I don't
chat.
think it's worth it. Fuck it. Fuck
To
it.
see if fence
I don't
will
think
pay
it's
much.
worth
And to be honest, I don't think that's a
I
good
think when
pickup. It's
people
a
leave,
six.
we take our
It's a
3 or 4
six
scabs.
slot item
If
that's
we can
not
get
got
out
that
on
much
heavy.
points
value.
or whatever it is.
It's very heavy. I
Yeah.
don't think it's worth much. It's
We'll just
probably.
call interchange
Is
a
it
great
is it even
success
worth
'cause,
5k a slot?
don't like
I
this
don't
map.
know. Chat, maybe you guys can
That's
help
I
me
what
out
don't
there.
I'm
think it
worried
is.
about.
The items you do want to look for though are like those
24K,
Alyankas and
it's
all
worth
that. The
taking.
one slot items that are
Yeah,
like
drop 3
20
DVDs.
plus
Roger that.
K.
Alright, we're going back. Oh crap.
Oh,
Oh, it's
he
not
is gonna
shipping.
go back
Well,
for the
that's a
battery.
smart play as well.
Right.
Pick up the battery. It's
Yeah.
got to be worth more than 2 DVDs or 3 DVDs. So that's not terrible.
Pog tasty.
And Blitzer girl
was it?
has time. Unfortunately,
Is
she
it?
crashed out early of this
Right, I
raid, so
think it was a
she's
bit further back,
she's
wasn't it?
in shot here watching with the rest of
Oh,
us.
God.
Where did it go? Oh, it's over here. Okay. I was like,
There
no,
it
did
is.
that
So now he
battery
needs to
despawn?
make some
How
space.
much time have we got?
He's gonna be an
left?
overweight boy right now. Give some love to Blitzer in the chat, everybody. Make sure if you haven't
420,
went over and hit
respect.
follow on her
Respect.
channel, then you do that to her and all the rest
Okay,
of these
chat, let's
competitors
get that
tonight.
out of
Obviously, putting their best foot forward for everybody to
Where
watch.
are gonna be my danger areas, boys?
Oh,
What do you think?
agreed. Everyone involved with evasion
People
is
aren't
just
allowed to
on
extract
another
ammo.
level
Oh,
of
Alkali?
person.
Feck. Alkali's got to be worth more than a full apple.
We're like
Yeah.
the Manson
Yeah,
family
he's-
without being, you know, crazy.
I mean, the apple's 1.3k,
He's
right?
trading
So-
up the loot all the
solid.
time, trading up the loot. You love to see it. Of course, now he has to go to Emercom Extract. Everybody's favorite
Oh.
non-camped extract in Tarkov,
Do
right?
you think anyone would be ratty enough to be up on the roof? I don't even think they're allowed, dude. Just go full send left side ramp. Yeah, I'm thinking we go left here and around the outside. How much, sorry?
Oh, okay, I understand what that.
25 seconds.
Wait, what is, sorry, 25 seconds left?
Interesting. I love hearing his thought process here as he speaks to his battlemon about how best to get out of this map right now.
Agreed.
I personally would run out this left side as well and check the roof before I push down. You just never know. There's a free point right there. You just
Thank you,
never
sir.
know.
Sorry,
It's
you're
very
my
rare
God.
to see people on that roof now with Shooterborn in Heaven no longer being on interchange, but at the same time, you don't want to get unlucky.
No, I
Nothing to see here,
I
chat.
have not attempted
Just a
Shooterborn yet. I
rubber.
have 2 of the headshots on woods. I got them organically. I normally save that for
Getting
close
away
to the end.
The loot, baby.
But I haven't done it on reserve yet. I don't know what it's like on reserve, as opposed to
Stamina?
interchange.
Stamina break. Stamina break.
So I
Stamina break.
can't, I can't give my opinion there.
Crap gang.
A lot of people used to struggle with interchange. It's my favorite map, so I quite enjoyed Shooterborn in Heaven there. I wish they had just added reserve and kept interchange
We're
personally.
two trailer park girls going down the outside, alright?
Reserve, you know, there's
Chat,
there's
if there's an
huge
extract
opportunities for
camper,
Shooterborn in
think
Heaven
about
on that map.
Alright.
So many large open sight lines.
Hill campers
Everyone
up in one of
brings
these
high,
trees.
you know, large caliber weapons,
have words.
308s and above.
do it
Everything
to
is
me,
over 100
please.
meters on reserve essentially, unless you're in a building with them, and it's actually
Yeah.
quite a
Baby
fun one
Jesus.
to do. You know, you gotta
Stamina
go
break.
sniping.
Oh,
Bring your
there's a dead body in
DVL
front
or
of him
bring your SR.
Stamina
Yeah,
break.
maybe he just wants to get a little stamina break as well.
Oh, just a stamina
Perfect.
break.
Oh, stab that.
Yeah, that's a rock that looks like a
what's that?
backpack. Looks like an
Oh,
attack.
sorry,
okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
Boys. Alright.
My
fallen for that
we
many
had to
a
lower
time.
my quality a little bit, so I was like, huh, is that a body or from the 90s? It's a video game. Sonic. It's Sonic.
Yes.
There you
Nice
go.
work,
Hog raid,
bitch.
chat.
Wow.
Hog raid. We didn't
Perfect.
die. Dude, this was the map
What
I was
a
so worried
raid.
about, chat. Oh.
What a raid. And as you can see, he's very excited by the fact he didn't die as well.
Roger that. Will do.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Abba's gonna pull ahead here in the scoreboard.
Do you want me
That
to
just
go on
it
to the
was
next
too good of a
screen where you
raid.
can see
He
scavs or
utilized his time and did what he needed to do.
5 scavs?
Got those
I think
big
that was a great
bonus
raid
points.
shot.
Easy 5
What do you
points.
think, chat? Perhaps
Easy
we
5
should
points.
we see if these guys, do we think that the Ubba hit the 200k in chat? Let's have a look, see what the consensus is before he does it. I think he might have done that.
So we have been informed actually the blackjack backpack is 42 slots. So if you divide that by the 200,000 needed for found in raid, each slot of that backpack has to be worth at least 4,800 rubles, which isn't that bad if you think about it.
That's not that bad. I don't do the numbers. I don't count so good. I have 10 digits, and then you know that's the limit. So I'll take your word for it. But I mean,
1, 2.
if it's only 4,800 per slot, that's not too bad. But it is fence, and that's the catch. Fence, of course, being the least generous of the traders for sure.
Yeah, it needs to be worth 4,800 from fence, which is not
that's
the
the
same
catch.
as.
Like that battery, I'm
Fence
really
is like the
intrigued by the
guys-
car battery.
Yeah, the car battery will be interesting to see.
Absolutely, 6-slot item. Will that be worth the pickup? We'll soon find out. I think.
I don't think it's worth that much. Even selling it to the to the non-fence traders, it's not really worth that much. The only reason you would pick the batteries up in the first place is for the task and the hideout, right? Other than that, they're not worth.
Task, hideout, and initially at the start of the wipe, selling them on the flea market for sure. But now they're worth about
Yeah.
40k on the flea market. The only reason
Yeah.
I use batteries for anything right now is to train strength, because you can insure them and hide them, and they come back. and
Fair.
the insurance.
Yeah. That's what I did early game, and I went up quite a few levels in strength within the first week just from finding a battery and stuffing it in my prison wallet.
Absolutely. And it looks like Iron is saying that batteries are 24k. And as you can see here, yep, there we go. We've just jumped over the fence. We can see the battery is worth 24,600 rubles. 2 beard oils that raid.
He
That's
already broke
pretty
it.
pog. Yeah, there we go.
That is.
Oh, he smashed
yeah, we
right
did it
through.
anyway. I can't even fit the duffel bag and the
The
truck.
SSDs.
Right there.
Yeah, the SSDs are worth
beard
quite a
oils.
bit too.
Actually put the tube in there for
Absolutely. I'm
304K.
seeing what other big fancy items he has in there that are worth
Have you
pretty good
seen-
amounts.
1,300 something.
Have you seen how much CPUs are going for on the market right now due to the Bitcoin shortage from the trader?
Either way. Here you go.
It's pretty obscene. They're almost as much as they are in real life right now, and it's rare.
Yeah, yeah.
1,110 rubles. Let's
And
go.
yeah, except getting
Someone
graphics
desperately
cards is a
needing an
little bit
upgrade.
easier.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
somehow easier in Tarkov to get a graphics card than it is in real life. Excellent.
I
So,
know.
guys, there we go. Interchange down. That was great. So we had some PvP. We had some competitor on competitor PvP as well. We had a robber that was successful once again. So the cops not quite stepping up there. And as we see the score is updated, Grumbles, let's have a look at the score, shall we?
Ooh. Ubba there. I thought Ubba was coming in at that 19 points, but woo, 1 point behind Zico. Nemo sitting at 7 and Blitzer at 10.
Big raid for both Zico, for Ubba, with that 28 points now. So he's one off the lead. Obviously still very tight. Like, it's only 18 points in it. All it needs is one of those guys in the lead to have a bad raid, and Blitzer and Nemonas can be right back in this. It's so early, but that's a good solid score to be putting up after 2 raids. That was the second map.
Well,
excellent work.
We saw it yesterday with Tarotex even, you know, first raid or two kind of went down. It wasn't great. Came into, I think, the 3rd or 4th raid with a noticeable point differential and then pulled in 2nd place for his bracket yesterday. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get that wildcard slot.
No,
So
exceptionally close. I think it was
you're
3
never out. You're
points.
never out.
No,
Yeah.
it's always all to play for. How many times have we went to that last map and seen everything get flipped on his head? And you know, I'm thinking about the Blitzer girl fight there. That was a hell of a fight. You know, to push that corners aggressively, to use the grenades to reposition the enemy for her was a very good fight. Using the torch as well. You know, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. You can see them, but they kind of know where you are too. So big plays. I like the aggressive PvP. Yeah, they ain't seeing much. That's it. Just an outline at best. So I appreciated that PvP. I thought that was great. But big raids, big scores for Ubba here. He's in a good position coming out of that one for sure.
Yeah, Ubba and Zico just after the first raid, neck and neck. 2nd raid, neck and neck. I think these two have like a shot glass bet going. Listen, if I win, you got to send me a shot glass. So I think they're playing. I think they got something going on. They got money on this or something.
I hope so. I hope so. If it's a shot glass, it's important that we understand what's in that shot glass too. But we can leave that conversation for later. So it looks like we still have Shoreline. Naturally. Spell it the right way as well.
Yeah.
So we have Hotel whispering, laughing in our ear there. He's a whiskey guy too. So we still have Shoreline, Woods, and Reserve to go as well. So it looks like we are waiting for Woods to load. Of course, Woods is a nighttime raid. So we just have to make sure that that it is nighttime there, which we've been told it is. So we're going to go do Woods nighttime. So all 4 PMCs are going to load in. It is called Not a Cult. The PMCs are tasked with placing a Pastille mask at each marked circle. And inside the marked mountain bunker, there are 3 masks that need to be placed. And they then have to extract. If they do extract, they earn those bonus points. They will have 60 seconds to separate at the start of the raid. So it is hot, and they are allowed to kill each other once they separate. In terms of loadouts, any loadout they want, they must bring, of course, 3 Pastille masks, or it's going to be kind of difficult to place those. They can only bring 2 stims and 2 grenades of any sort. Not allowed GLs or Mark 18s. Reapers, Flares, or T7s, and no run-throughs. Just a note on those thermals. If you kill someone with a thermal, you can loot it, because Nighttime Woods is rife with those, but you cannot use it. Just to clarify on that point a little bit as well. In terms of points, you get 1 point per scavs kill, 1 point for a PMC unconfirmed, and 3 points for a confirmed with tag kill. You get 3 points for a scav boss, a guard, or a cultist. Of course, cultists can spawn on Nighttime Woods. That adds a little extra spice to this. 5 points for each mask placed, and a bonus 10 points for extracting. It is a 30-minute time limit on this one, and it is Nighttime Woods. So tell me, Grumbles, how you feel about Nighttime Woods?
Oh man, I have a love-hate with it. I mean, I think if you're gonna run any map at nighttime, Woods is the map to run. Maybe not this late in a wipe if you're inexperienced or new, because as you said, a lot of people are gonna be running around with those thermals. But in a setting like this, coming in, knowing the game, being experienced, I prefer Woods at nighttime. I don't know. It's a map that I think benefits from nighttime because it's already a pretty sneaky map, and it allows you to kind of play the snipey guy.
It does. It's a great map. I mean, I liked Woods from day one, but I didn't play it much because I wasn't focusing too much on sniping. But really started to fall in love with it at the end of last wipe. Then they added the expansion, which just made it more interesting. I still can't go through a raid without laughing if I hear the mines going off. It tickles me somewhere.
Yeah.
It's great. Just I can imagine some poor guy jumping out of his absolute skin when he stands on a mine. It's fantastic. And you can do some sneaky beaky stuff. You don't bring a backpack. You're a smaller profile. You can snipe. You can get in close. You can really mess with people. There's a huge amount of loot on Woods as well. I'm still not fully brave enough to go nighttime on Woods on my own with those cultists around. My cultist experience was rough, I think. Sigma and I went in a raid recently, and she folded me up in a backpack to get my gear out. So those guys are still scary and intimidating. But Woods, I think, is a fantastic map. It's nice to have somewhere that isn't just urban. A little bit of a different, more open map is really, really great. That's for sure.
Although I can't wait for streets. Speaking of urban, I think I speak for everybody when I think streets. That's going to be fun. Going to be a good map because it's dense.
I think streets
it's dense urban fighting. It's not.
It's dense, absolutely, because of so much of it's going to be enterable, essentially all of it. But it's a massive map. I mean, we're hearing that it's going to be potentially bigger than Shoreline, and we're going to hear. We've heard the rumors about the fancy extracts. So Streets is going to be awesome. I'm not convinced we'll see it this year. I think we're more likely to see something like Lighthouse and Factory expansion. But listen, if Factory expansion is anything like Woods expansion, I am all in. So as you can see,
they've
guys,
done phenomenal. Even the reserve. Even the reserve expansion they just surprised us with was quality.
Absolutely. I mean, one guy did the expansion on Woods. So look at how high quality this has been.
Wow.
So everybody here loaded in. Interesting to see the equipment that they're using. We have British Shovel with that Valde red dot. That's a nice combo that I use as well. Valde is a little bit difficult to use with night vision. And the torch for those PvP encounters up close. Torch at nighttime where there's probably NVGs involved is a good strategy. I recommend it. Neemanas going for the red dot on his HK, it looks like. Raid is hot. There we go. 30-minute countdown is on. And Miss Lizard in the chat. Let's give a shout out to Miss Lizard if we can. The reigning North American champion. Hi, Liz. Hope you are well.
That's a contester, I think.
Looks like Zico's finding that early PMC battle already, or at least in a fight. He just lost an arm and he had a blade, so he's popping some drugs. Remember, kids, do the drugs.
That's not a position you want to be in. Definitely, that's not a good spot, I would say. There's a lot of open field surrounding you up here.
There is a lot of open field, and of course these PMCs are in hot raids with other non-competition PMCs. This is just a random public server, so you can run into people doing quests, you can run into people farming the boss, you can run into people with flares and thermals. So he's running across the open ground here, very dangerous. Meanwhile, Blitz are once again going just full Chad mode into the middle of the map.
Wasting
So you-
no time.
Rocking that 308 MDR, personal favorite of mine. Love to see it.
Oh,
And is she hunting for the boss? What do we think's going on there? We need to get a confirmation of
I
that.
think she is.
That was one.
Done that way too
Just
many
changed
times
over to
not
her
get points
audio
for
as
that.
well.
She's coming up close to a marked circle, though, so there may be cultists. We might see some knifey action.
We might. And Blitzer Girl, of course, she's not using her camera today, but she is the Colgate-sponsored streamer of choice. But you love to see it. She's just running full chad in to place that first Pastilli mask down on
Just
Mark
place it
Circle
in
as
the
well.
spot, yeah, just drop
There
it
you
down.
go. So she's done that
Well, I
first.
mean,
Great
every
for her.
mask is points. Yeah, every mask is points. You may as well just get them down and get the points for them.
Absolutely. Get them down, get those points, and then you can move on to getting the kills, confirming, picking up the dog tags, things like that. Of course, the most points is going to be from placing those masks. And Zico in the purple keycard room, it looks like, in the hut. So he's in a nice position to start moving through.
Blitzer getting some action.
Blitzer absolutely mauling people. And look at our two bottom competitors. It looks like they're both holding on the other side from each other on Spine Rock. Do you think they've hurt each other? It looks like they'd have.
I think they may. Abba's making the first move here, though, so we'll see.
Okay.
And we all know how tricky holding an angle can be in Tarkov.
Would you be aggressive here? Would you risk it? Of course, Nemenas is going to feel the pressure a little bit. He's got the lowest score. Not by much, but he has got the lowest score. Does that play into your mind a little bit? I need to start catching up immediately against these guys. This isn't Spine Rock. This is Sniper, Scav Sniper Rock. I thought we were up on Spine.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think they were up there to place the Pastilli mask in the bunker.
So this.
It sounds
Dominant
like
race, no
interesting.
crap.
Now he's decided not to take this fight. He's pretty sure someone's
Oh
there.
my god, this was so much easier.
Instead, he
Daytime.
decided to disengage, playing a little bit conservatively. Of course, staying alive very important. So
Yeah, I
very
mean, if I
close
knew
to
I
some
was coming into
contested
this
PvP.
down, I would be playing for points. I would be trying to get those masks first and foremost, and then assess the situation and say, can I live with the bonus points in the extract, or do you want me to, or like, should I just maybe go farm some scabs? Maybe swing by Scav House, maybe swing by the village, you know? Well, I mean, you have to go by the village anyway, plant the mask. So
Exactly.
but I would be getting those guaranteed
Um,
points.
Absolutely. Get everything you can on the board if you can do it. But that being said, he did go to Spine. He did turn around and look at the top of the rock as well. He just wanted to have a peek. If there was an opportunity for a sneaky little kill, he was going to take it. Ubba, meanwhile, throwing nades. Maybe there's a little bit of mind games here. He thinks this guy's waiting for him at the bottom of the hill. So now he's going to be slowed down a little bit. As Miss Lizard
you
says,
definitely don't want to get bogged down.
no, absolutely not. As Miss Lizard is saying in the chat, that was not a smart fight to take for Nemenas. So he's absolutely right to disengage. Tarkov, one of the biggest lessons we tell people all the time: don't take a fight if you're not going to win it.
100%. It's so quiet. That's the one thing that always I love about Woods. It's so quiet until it isn't. But see, yeah, exactly, right there. Your shots, they give away your position so much more at nighttime if you aren't running the right suppressors, if you have tracer rounds, things like that. But it's just so eerie. That's why I like Woods. It's eerie at nighttime. Looks like Blitzer is moving to plant her next mask. But I don't know if anybody's close here. It is hard to tell at night on Woods which bush is which bush. Because sometimes during the day you can go, okay, I know that bush. I know that bush.
There you go. Log.
Absolutely. And as we can see,
So
Blitzer placing her second mask here. No sign of the cultist so far. Great to see she knew exactly where to go. We've seen a few competitors in the past sort of get into this village and get a little bit lost and turned around trying to find that marked circle, which is difficult at nighttime, but no problems
There
for
we go.
Blitzer there.
noticing Ubba still has not planted a single mask. That's not good. I mean, what, they have the 30-minute time limit for this raid, I believe?
They do. He still has 23
And
minutes, so he has
we're
plenty
almost-
of time.
Yeah. I mean, 23 minutes is a lot of time, but if Ubba is going to be playing this slow, which it looks like that's kind of his plan, maybe pick off some of the other competitors. That's a lot of time, and there is still a lot of ground to cover in woods. It is a very big map.
Fixed my arm and never healed it.
It is, but
Probably.
maybe the strategy that Ubba's going for here might be hide out, lay low, survive, and then in the last 10 minutes he's going to start moving around the map when things are a little bit freer. Perhaps some of the other PMCs are dead or have moved out of the raid. It's a valid strategy for sure. Let's see what he ends up doing. It looks like the other competitors, though, they are just full chatting, trying to get these masks placed as early as they can and get those guaranteed points.
Shift dub all the way, all day. Nemonos taking the beach route all the way to Lumbermill. Potentially, I think he may skirt the outsides and just go straight for the circle. Because Sturman is not a boss you want to mess with on a good day, but at nighttime when your vision is more limited, he is terrifying.
Absolutely. Same as the cultists. At nighttime without a thermal, they are...
Yeah.
Hopefully they're not
they
still
are
up
a
here.
force to be reckoned with, not just because they run up and knife you, but with the whole shoot you
neat.
from a random bush thing with some of the best ammo in the game. They can certainly wreck your day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you almost have to chat out on nighttime woods now because you don't really want to be coming across cultists with cheap armor.
I mean, in my experience, it doesn't matter what
Oh,
armor you have.
Zico. Yeah. Zico just scanning the rocks, saying, I bet you there's somebody up there. And Ubba is up there. It's just whether or not he can see him.
Yeah, Ubba's
That
been
would
up
be
here
quite
playing
the snipe.
parkour for quite some time. It would. Now, the only opportunity he's really going to get to do that is if Ubba skylines himself, which he might here. I'm not quite sure where he is. It's so
Yeah.
dark, it's hard to see. I think he's moving back down.
Descending. Blitzer's up on the hill now too. She's moving up. That was probably a good decision from Ubba.
If he'd have stayed
You
for
don't wanna
another
come
30
face to
seconds,
face.
she's above his position. She would have been right above him there.
Oh, she would have been.
Oh, turn off the post.
Timing on this, man, it's why I love this with how we do it here at Division. It's so unique in that you can see everybody's perspective and you can see how many times in these raids people are so close to each other. This happens all the time in just your public play as well. You just never know about it. It's terrifying sometimes.
Yeah. It's made
Bro, as
me
if Woods wasn't
actually
bad enough, dude.
decide to
Woods at
stick
nighttime?
around just a little
Oh
bit
my God,
longer
this
now
is
in
a
position. Like,
challenge.
you know how you get that intuition when you're playing Tarkov and you go, no, there's
I
somebody
mean,
near
I
me.
don't
I
think-
know there is. I don't hear anything. I don't see anything, but I just know there's somebody. I've started hanging out just a little bit longer in those situations, and I normally have started to pick up a kill. So
Absolutely. Ubba getting into it there in the middle of the forest. And yeah, I'm a big believer in that as well. If you have, if you think you hear something, then you
Nice.
probably did. We're just gonna zoom in on Ubba here to see this
Yo,
fight that he's
Could that
engaging
have
in
been
right
a-
now.
I just want to do my quests, man.
cultists?
Very well.
If
I
that
was
was
got the right
Zico, we'd take
mindset.
a fight, chat. If that was Zico,
You
we'd take
didn't
it.
go and
There's
check
no
if
point
it was
playing.
a kill
Not
from a
yet.
PMC
Not before we've
for
placed
the
our,
bonus points. He didn't.
things.
He didn't grab that dog tag. So maybe he's less
No.
priority on the dog tags, more priority on getting
It's
his
out 'cause of the gun.
his plague
Whatever it is.
masks placed, which is smart for sure.
I think that definitely
So
Ubba
you're-
just said,
you're saying
like,
Joe is
I
to
want to
put
get my
a thing in?
tasks done. Leave me alone. And that's not a bad, like we said, they're guaranteed points. Kills are not guaranteed points because if you
10,
don't get the
10
kill, you
for
don't get the kill. Right? Where at least you know if you get that mask
Chat,
down,
there's no point taking
that is
fight.
guaranteed
Not against
points you are
Nemesis.
leaving
If that
with.
was
And
Zico,
that
hell
can
yeah, I'll
that
take
can
it.
win you the
I don't
game
think
because
that's
you don't
Zico.
know. Other people might get taken out
okay,
20
now we just
seconds
run
in.
along
They may
the
not get a
river,
chance
right?
to place everything in time. So go for those
Absolutely,
points.
but you
Get
should-
them.
Zico's
Get them.
using
Get them. Get them.
MDRs. They seem to be his
You hear
weapon
the
of choice.
the mind games right there,
So,
because now Ubba's
I mean, it could have
saying
been him.
that he thinks
I
that,
don't
you know,
really get a good
he
look
might have
at
killed the
the,
competitor. He thinks it
thingy.
could have been Zico. He's not 100%
But I
sure.
think it's smart
So does
play
that start
here
playing
is
on
to
your
just
mind? Maybe I
rotate
just
out,
killed the
go for
leader.
points.
Am I now in a good position?
Oh
So
my God, we're
so again, you know,
individually.
is it worth taking the extra
Mole, mole.
3 seconds to grab the dog tag and confirm the kill?
Alright, where's my
Maybe.
laser?
Let's see how this
Potentially, I
pans
mean,
out
in a
for Ubba.
situation like that, yeah. He was kind of in the bush in the middle of nowhere, but you
Alright,
don't
let's
know.
just after this boat,
If it's not a
there's a
competitor, it
fence.
may be somebody with a partner.
Let's just
And
chill,
that's
chat.
not something you really want to
Exactly.
play around with on woods.
When there's 1, there's 2. Where there's 5, there's a player scav. So
The mark
so
set, I
yeah,
know where it is, it's
certainly
right
not a
here.
bad
Mark set.
move to
It's
relocate. That's
just
for
on
sure.
this fence line to the left.
Oh.
With like 10
I mean,
feet
I feel like this. I feel like this would be the point in which Dog J would go,
"Oh,
he's got to put on his Lamborghinis and his Subarus and get his way to the next objective.
If we get
I
the
think you might not be
So
wrong
there you go,
there.
Doc. You're here in spirit.
18 minutes.
You're here in spirit.
Roger, Roger.
And it looks like Blitzer Girl has just placed her last mask. And yes, chat, that's right.
Maybe he is coming from this mark
She's
circle, I
she's wearing
guess.
her full Chad gear today. Her I killed Killer 100 times hoodie, which you love to see. And she picked up a
Someone's been
kill
here.
there on Spine Rock as well. Was
Beautiful.
that a PMC or a scav? It might have been a messy shotgun scav.
That
That damage looks familiar. And Nemonas
I mean,
picking
so
up a
far today.
PMC tag as well.
Ooh, that's nice. Those 3 points definitely
Yeah.
complement your. Ooh, it's pitch black. Look at that. Bring the torch.
Oh, he's got a
Oh,
squad.
and he knows
He's got
there's
a full
somebody in the
squad in here.
bunker.
There's a squad. That's 2.
Oh no! I would be
So,
hitting my
absolute
MVGs
rat
and I would
nest.
just be
Absolute
dumping
rat nest.
nades.
I'm not convinced those guys had NVGs on, so just be careful. If they didn't, they will use that torch more aggressively. He needs to pop the drugs, get the heal in, use the nades, and push through this. This is a lot of points potentially for Nemonas. Do you go for it? Has he dropped all his masks?
I don't know if he has. If I hadn't dropped my masks, I might be asking myself, would I go for this?
There's
The
one there.
only thing is, if you do commit to this, you have to make sure you get through quickly because you are making noise and you are. Oh,
There's still one more. Of course, he only
My
had.
gun is not shooting. Okay.
Oh no, he's got the gun. He
bugging
didn't
out,
reload. He
saying,
didn't reload.
listen.
He didn't reload.
My gun was not shooting.
Oh, Nemonas, no!
Oh my god. I mean, I had ammo. I
You
think,
hate to see
but
it.
The gun just
Nemo,
stopped
you
shooting.
I
didn't
don't
have
know.
ammo.
That guy didn't die.
Oh
He
my
was
God,
dead
that
man's
was
clicking.
so
He was.
funny.
He was out of ammo.
Oh,
That was a trade
it was
with
a,
Zico.
that was a trade.
Yeah, that timing.
That was Zico?
Was it Uber that
Was that
shot
Zeke?
at
No.
me before too?
That couldn't have been Zico, could it? We'll just get confirmation on that. We'll get some confirmation
Or
on that
was the
because that looked like
timing
a
just-
squad
What's up,
down
Adam?
there.
How
Or
you
was the
doing, mate?
timing just awful? Ubba killed Zico. Okay, so we're getting some confirmation. Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah,
sure that
'cause-
was Zico because Zico was a solo, of course. So it looks like Ubba sniped
Yeah,
Zico
yeah.
out. And while all that was happening, all the action at the same time, Nemonas ran into it looked like a 3-man because he killed one outside, 2 were still in the
Alright,
little
but
rat's
it's
nest,
fucking
and he ran out of
bullshit
rounds in
on
his
shoulder.
magazine. What a disaster! So unlucky for
What a
Nemonas.
disaster.
Ubba with the kill
You
on
hate to
Zico.
see
That's
it.
huge for Ubba. Because, of course, Zico was ahead by 1 point, but now he is out. We'll just get confirmation as well
But
by just how many
Oh my
points
God.
or how many plague masks he placed.
all right, don't go that way, chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
It's all going to
refund.
come down to was he
Okay,
able to
15,
do
that's
enough while he was
That
in
was a- that
raid
was a
compared to
warning shot
what
across the bow
Ubba
right there. All right.
has accomplished and will potentially
I kind of want
accomplish.
to hug this minefield.
But Blitzer's still
purely on the basis, chat. that
Blitzer's
last
still in the
time I
raid.
took this,
She's up there with points too. I mean, look at the updated scores at the top there. Ubba and Blitzer are currently leading with 41 points.
Okay. I'm okay with
Absolutely.
It's gonna take
Hi
it.
Ben in chat.
Little
No,
scab kill.
if they find a
long
thermal,
is
they
that?
can absolutely loot it because it's a
Nothing wrong with
bloody
that.
thermal. They're not allowed to use it in any
last time we took
capacity. They
this
can't
route-
use it to shoot
Same
or to
with the
swap, so
Mark
they just leave it in
18s.
the backpack.
Back.
Yep, same with the
Ready
grenade
for
launchers.
blow
Loot
up
it,
now?
Same with
but you
So-
can't.
Yes.
I want to run the minefield.
Oh, okay.
And so these 2 left in it now. Big
Ubba wants to
opportunity
run the
for both
minefield.
these
Close to
guys.
the minefield, but I don't
I mean, I'm
wanna
not gonna
swing
lie,
one
I
and
want
use
them
it.
to as well. Nothing fills me with as
Those
much
mines
joy
are
as
just-
hearing people hit mines on woods.
They're like They're homing missiles.
Yeah. Oh, it happened
love
to
me.
my
I
buddy. We
don't
were
love
running
them.
a duo the other day on woods,
It's one of
and it
those
happened, and I
relationships.
forgot that mines were in woods, and I thought we were getting shot at with a Mark 18. I hit the
we've got
dirt
plenty of
so
time,
fast, it scared the crap out of me.
Plenty of time. We're about 5 minutes
I've
away
used that
it's
Mark 18.
exceptionally loud.
from the other
It's
Mark cycle.
nasty. I love it. I took it into factory. I wore a Ford armor and an Alton,
Sorry, bolts?
and I put a red dot on, or I put a laser on it, and just walked through factory, just left clicking everybody
Blowing
down.
2 million rubles
It's-
worth of ammo. You gotta love it. It's the thing
Well,
is the
even the-
economy is the way it is that you might as well right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, we all get there though. Even if you're, maybe a 1 or 200 mil ruble player for the whole wipe, you get to the very end, and a lot of the time that stuff becomes super cheap,
Stamina.
or people are just trying to burn through their stash. So do it. At that point, the game's gonna wipe. Do it. Have fun. I love it. That's
you hate
like
to
honestly,
see it.
wipe week is fun.
Oh, no.
It certainly happened to me in the past where I've hit wipe and had way more gear than I could possibly use. So I do recommend.
Yeah.
It's a great way to get rid of that gear fear as well. Also, Batman's Rage, thank you for the 8-month resub, my dude. Hope you're well, by the way.
Thanks for supporting the channel, the dream, the community.
And Blitzer getting out here. She's happy with her score. She placed all 3 masks. She got some scav kills. I don't think she had any PMCs. Unless she got any PvP, but she got her objective. She gets those bonus points for the extract as well. So we'll start to get the battle mods tallying up her score here as well. Meanwhile, Ubba still with 12 minutes left, and I think he has 1 more mask to place. We'll just we'll have a tune into him here and check that.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, it was still a good
Oh,
raid
shit.
from everybody. The points are still admirable, and they're still well within reach for anybody going into this next raid to feel confident that they may still pick up enough.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it looks like Blitzer has 7 scavs and a PMC with dog tag, so good stuff from her.
Great us dropping the prime sub as well, the brand new sub.
How
Thank you,
excited
man.
are you for Shoreline today? Do you like
Man,
Shoreline? Do you like watching the
Shoreline-
resort
Thanks for
plays?
using your Prime with me, and
I
thanks
like
for the
watching
support.
it
What's
because
up,
I'm
guys?
often in awe. I am not the most confident Shoreline player, even after all these years, like this last 18 months, 2 years of playing this game. I get lost in there all the time. The details escape me. Does this room have a balcony I can push through on? Does it not? I never quite remember exactly which rooms I
Yeah.
should be using at the time. The looting's fine. It's the PvP. Bring me on interchange. That's a different story. But that map, I'm still sort of learning.
Cash me on interchange.
Sigma, hi Sigma in the
Fair
chat
enough,
saying
yeah.
Blitz killed Sturman. What a chance. There's an extra bonus
Ooh.
points as well. So she did. She
She
ran in
didn't
there and
just
got the
kill
boss
Sturman.
kill.
Yeah, she didn't. Yeah, exactly. She didn't just kill Sherman. She walked right into his house and went, and he was like, "Hey, no!" And she just cold-blooded went right in there, just
She
pew, pew.
embarrassed him in his house. She dominated him. Well done,
Which-
her. That's no joke. That SVD is a scary thing to go up against.
No, and the fact that he knows how to double or triple tap that thing's like it's. I think I've been killed by Sturman more than any other boss, just because he is filthy at range. If you pop any portion of your body out and he notices it, it's as good as gone.
As soon as you look at him, he's aware. That's bad news. And Boosh in the chat, Boosh the battle mod, coming in with the low-key flex there for Blitz, sticking to the plan, getting the bonus points. The plan was to run into the middle, get those bonus points off Sturman. That's ballsy. I like that. Well done.
Why not? I mean, only one person can claim them, right?
What's the point of having a plan if you're not going to stick to it, right?
I'm paranoid, dude.
Yeah.
I watched Waters get absolutely destroyed by a cultist here earlier. Oh no, there's a scab.
I said I
I'm a
watched
little bit
Waters get
nervous about the
destroyed.
cultists, yeah. Oh, this is great. He's
There you go.
he's cautiously
Competitors
approaching
watching.
this mark circle.
Oh, picking up another scav kill. Maybe he might. I wonder if that player is still in ZB14 though, or if they're still around ZB14, because that might be something he has to worry about here.
Surely-
Somebody could be skirting that wall.
All right.
It is absolutely possible. Surely, if you're
All right.
a good squad mate, don't call me Shirley, but you would loot your buddy's stuff and hide it. Take our competitors' stuff and leave, right? But you just never know. People might have quests to do. They might think this now a dead raid. We
Exactly.
move around. So always got to be on the guard here. There's the mark circle right there.
Exactly.
I personally
there you
love what they
go.
did
You
here
get the
with the
mask
little bit
down.
of extra cover
Okay.
on this side of the map.
I do too. Yeah.
Confirmed. Let's go.
Yeah. This side. That's what I liked about the expansion with woods and the expansion with customs and stuff. It's not just an expansion. It was almost like a map overhaul at the same time because they didn't just add to the map, they changed things on the map, and I think it's good. I like it.
Absolutely. Changes how it plays, makes more of a reason to go to woods because of the loot, just like customs as well. You have that whole new area of the map to push through, which customs used to just be that funnel. Yeah, customs definitely plays better for me as well.
I've had some really, really fun night runs on customs at the fortress, like Stronghold, because it's really cool when you're moving with a squad and there might be another squad and they start popping shots at you and you're trying to cover and move in the dark. And it's just, I don't know, the dark in Tarkov is a lot more atmospheric. I really wish there weren't ways to abuse the darkness to see in game without using lights or thermals or NVGs and stuff. But you know, maybe one day you'll, because I like it. I like it the way it is. It's atmospheric. It's a different game playing it at night.
I tend to agree. You know, I'm not a big fan of the fact that post effects is in the game. I'd be quite happy if they removed them and disabled things like NVIDIA post effects and stuff. I feel like just play the game the way the developers want it played. Obviously, options for colorblind notwithstanding, because I do think it adds to the atmosphere, the fact that things are very muted in color and dark. But that's just my opinion, which we know is definitely the right one. but yeah.
I mean, it was the same way with DayZ too, right? The nighttime, it's nighttime in video games, especially games that are so tense and you have so much to lose in an instant like this. It just adds atmosphere, it adds tension, it adds like, well, you know what I mean. And then unfortunately, yeah, like with things like the reshade or the post effects, I have no problem with messing with colors. I just don't think being able to raise gamma and brightness and stuff should be allowed. But
if I need to shoot or get shot by a guy with purple whatever, then I'll play Fortnite. But as we can see, Bubba gets successfully out of the raid and gets those bonus points as well. Let's have a look. He got that one PMC kill confirmed on Zico and 2 scavs. But for him, a lot of what he was doing was he just wanted to survive. You could see in his gameplay, he just wanted to get out alive, get those masks placed. I think that's a smart play for him. It's not his favorite map. So yeah, well played from Ubba as well. So 2 survivors out of the 4 on this one. How do you feel that went, Grumbles?
I thought that was a good raid, and it's funny because you'll notice as it starts, the kill cards aren't going to be as long. They might not be as flashy, but come like the next raid and the last raid, you're going to see everybody really goes for those kills. But I like that up to this point, you have to play the objective. If you really want to stay in the competition, you have to play the objective. And everyone's been doing a really good job of that. Unfortunately, Zico, ran into the dead man's click in the bunker there. Zico and
Nemo.
Zico died to Nemo ran into the guys in ZB14. Yes. And unfortunately, that happens. But, in a situation like that, I think they both still stuck to their game plans. They did manage to place some of the masks. They got some points. So it's just you got to go and do it.
Yeah, it's such an interesting one because, the argument is, did Nemo need to push in there? There's no place for him to push a mask. He didn't need it for the objective, but it is points, and he knows he needs points. He got hit. He tried to heal up. He popped some drugs. He didn't do a mag change or a mag check. Maybe somebody in chat will review that on the clip. But there's so many things he had to do in that very short space of time while worrying if they're going to push out at him. Maybe he didn't check his magazine, and that cost him, unfortunately, which is a real shame. But here we are. We just finished Woods. We're going to have a look at the scores soon as well. And we're going to be going over to a short break as well, I think. So if everybody wants to refill their beers, now is going to be the time. We're going to check the scores after the break, guys. The battle mod's still counting. Beers. It's very difficult for some of our battle mods. I know with Bush, he's only got 2 hands as well. He can't count that high. So we're just going to let them do that count. We're going to go over to a break soon. Gotta flex on the mods
You
while
know-
you can. Welcome back,
Welcome
everybody.
back.
Welcome back, Grumbles.
Welcome back,
Do you
Jeepo.
want to do the honors? Have a review of the scores after that huge Woods raid?
Sure, I definitely would. But before I do it, I'd like to take a minute to talk about raid chat. No, I'm kidding. This is every fucking video on YouTube these days. So after the third raid, Ubba is in first place with 58 points. Coming in second is Blitzer with 51. Zico is in third with 34, and Nemo is in fourth with 24. All these points are still so close together. I think, yeah, just like yesterday, it's going to be right up until the end. The last raid's going to decide it. Calling it now.
It looks like you might be right with that. It looks like you might be right. These scores are so close. Alba 58 and Blitzer with 51. And of course, even Zico and Nimonas, they got unlucky there in those raids, both going down, but those still respectable scores at this point. There's nothing to say that they can't come back from that. I think this is
100%.
it's going to be all to play for sure. But hopefully our contestants have come back. They've had a little refreshment. I hope you guys have all had a little refreshment as well. Grab yourselves another beer.
Oh, I grabbed me a
or
Guinness. Yeah, there you go.
there you go. You know what? I'll allow that. I'll allow that this one time. But
Cheers,
yeah,
everybody.
looking forward now to Shoreline. So why don't you talk us through Shoreline a little bit? You know, your experience. You say you like Shoreline. Why is it you like Shoreline so much? And you can take us through those rules as well.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's that I like it so much. I think Shoreline just it's got it's got a little bit of everything. I mean, it's got some close quarters fighting with the resort. It's got a little bit of building to building fighting. It's got some of the stuff down at the shoreline. And then it also has like big open fields and trees for sniping if you want to do it. That's why I think resort it's just a well-rounded map, but I would maybe like to see a little more attraction on the map. But regardless of
Attraction
that,
like a certain hub that
like
people
like some,
frequent in
yeah,
lockdown,
like a
or what
little
type of attraction
more.
are we talking about here, Grumbles?
Like, I mean, I think yeah, exactly. I think with Shoreline, one of the issues it can run into is that there is too much open space. And that sometimes maybe moving from landmark to landmark, there's a lot of nothingness in between. And there are a lot of places that people just don't go because what's the point? So I would maybe like to see some more incentive added around the map to try and get people to maybe visit some of the lesser known areas. And I don't
Well,
know.
that's
That's my
that's
opinion.
exactly what absolutely that's exactly what the competition tonight does, because it makes them visit certain areas where they're gonna bump into each other. So I'll
Mhm.
let you grab these rules here and explain them to everybody and all the viewers.
All right, so this one's called How to Be a Twitch Streamer. So basically, what you're going to be doing is putting a bunch of stuff in a camera and hope that people are watching you do it. That's it. That's the competition, basically. No, it's a group raid. Once again, everybody's going to spawn in together, and they'll have 60 seconds to separate before the raid is declared hot, and they're allowed to kill each other. This one, though, the objective is to place certain items. So they're going to have to put a camera on each wing, so east and west wing roofs, and they'll have to put a flash drive in the west wing, the east wing, and the administration. Does not matter where, as long as it is in a computer within one of those locations. They are allowed to bring any loadout they want. They have to have 3 flash drives and 2 cameras. They can have 2 max stims, 2 grenades, and they're not allowed, once again, grenade launchers, Mark 18s, Reaps, Flurs, T7s, or run-throughs. They'll get 1 point per scav kill, 1 point per PMC, 3 with tag, 3 per item placed, 1 point per bonus item, 5 points for killing Sanitar, and 5 for getting out. Bonus items to find our SSDs, diaries, and flash drives. So it's a fun map because, as you said, it forces people to go to these areas, and we've seen some really interesting and fun fights on the roofs. And I'm hoping we see like a roof to roof fight because those have been my favorite moments on this map so far in these competitions.
Absolutely. We've had some great fights on the roof. We've had people moving around the map, shooting from outside the resort onto roofs, back the same way. We've had people run into each other on staircases. We've had all sorts of nasty angles held as well. So this is going to be it's going to be interesting. What I always find Shoreline, these are educational for me. I like watching these. I always feel like I learn something from these guys, these great competitors.
Yeah.
And I think we're about to jump over as they're all more or less loaded in here. So we do have that 30-minute time limit. I mean, for me, do you go early to resort, Grumbles, or do you sort of hang around the outskirts and get some scav kills before you maybe move in there? What's your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, once again, I think for me, that would depend upon where we spawn in. Here you can see they got a swamp spawn, so it could be tricky. You do kind of want to make your way to the resort area because it's never a bad thing to get items placed if you can get them. But with a spawn like this, I don't know. I may move even to like power stations, start getting some scav kills, get some points, and if any PMCs wander in there, you know, get a couple of them points, and then just wait and listen. Because resort, we know that there's going to be more than just our PMCs in the resort. There's going to be other PMCs in resort. It's going to happen.
Absolutely, it is, and you know, it's certainly one of those places right now that you can more or less be guaranteed a PvP, and we're just waiting here for a little bit of separation. Blitzer already getting a scav kill, of course. That's a great start for her. More points on the board.
Blitzer looks like she's pushing. She's pushing.
She is. I mean, she's a giga chat. Do they know any other way? So it looks like the raid just went hot as well. So the guys have achieved the separation. So here we go.
Yeah, we're already hearing shots ring out, and they don't sound that far away. So I think Blitzer, she might hear something here. She's been looking at that one corner of the
Absolutely.
hill for a couple seconds.
Well,
She keeps turning around to look
Blitzer-
at it too.
Blitzer and Nemonas very close together. She's just down the hill on his left side. Nemonas jumping through the jump up right now. So they're actually not super far away from each other. So there's like, if she takes this turn into admin, which it looks like this might be where she's going, then maybe they have a chance of running into each other soon here.
Nemo's
Meanwhile,
going
Zico's-
straight for the camera plant. He's not wasting
Get in and get out of that resort nice and quick. Does the
Zico
fact
might,
that he's
yeah.
Zico
Fine
might
here.
see this.
Yeah, you're gonna see.
Does the fact that he hasn't got a huge number of
Yeah,
points at this
corner
point
close
play
to
on
the
his
wall.
mind here and make him sort of rush for this? That could certainly play into
I
this
think it-
as well. So he's
It definitely does, but he's gonna taking the fall, breaking the legs. Why not? That's smart. We haven't seen anybody do that yet. Nobody has. Nobody's dropped off that roof.
Was a little worried he wasn't gonna make the truck. If he'd have fallen that little bit further, how
Yeah.
much extra damage would that have done? That was an interesting strategy from Nemonas, I have to say. Nope, made.
However, I will say something right now. We have seen more competitors put flash drives in that computer than any other computer in the resort. So he wants to
Right.
get out of there. Don't stay there. You're in trouble.
And I would
Especially, look,
also
Blitzer's coming.
I would go as far as to say that is a computer that's very rarely looted in a live raid. And Zico's coming up as well. So he's gonna get pinched perhaps if he's not moving very, very soon. It looks like Zico throwing grenades right above Nemonas.
And
Ooh, he
Blitzer's
hears
pushing
some of the loot
admin.
here, yeah.
I
Trying to
like
get that
pushing admin
final
first.
leg
I don't
fix.
know. I see everybody kind of goes for the roofs first, and I can understand it. The roofs generally aren't contested by people, and you can kind of get up to them really quickly. You can run to the other side of the wing, get down the stairs. Like, I get it.
Uh-oh.
But I kind of like the idea of running into admin first, because not a lot of people are
Blitzer's
going to
coming
do
up
it.
behind Zico, I think. I believe they're coming up behind each other. They're both in the same wing, same floor. Around that marked, that tape.
He's in the
TV
water room.
The 110. Yeah, he's water room. She's going above him. Second floor up to 3.
Seeing some bodies here and there. I don't know if any of our
she's
guys dropped
going-
anybody inside the resort yet.
That was a clever play by her. She wanted to see if the other door was already unlocked so she didn't have to stand here exposed and unlock it herself. She's going for the computers. They're all in resort now, all 4 competitors. Woof.
We don't see this that often. We don't. Getting into a fight there at the stairs. We don't see all 4 competitors in the resort that often. A lot of the time, maybe one person is kind of straggling away. And they're all in relatively decent positions. They're all within hearing range and seeing range of
all
each other.
being-
It's just a matter of, yeah.
They're all defensive right now. They're all defensive.
They
They're all
are. Uba
holding.
throwing a grenade and try and clear that hall.
Blitzer thinking about the roof play, maybe? I think she's thinking about it. She keeps looking at that staircase.
She does.
She's changing her mind, though. She doesn't think it's the play.
Over the fight.
Yeah, I just reloaded.
Zico's
And we're
still
listening to
holding that
Nemonas
hallway.
right here.
Imagine if I find
Oh,
right now.
Blitzer.
Find that right now.
Zico.
She's
Blitzer
going
needs to be
right
careful.
to
Oof.
Nemo. She's going to Nemo and Uba right now.
She is, and she's lucky because Zico was able to see that glass hallway to admin there. So she was fortunate she changed her route a little bit. This is exceptionally interesting. Uba's gonna peek.
Sigma's
Oh,
saying-
man, he's holding that angle. She got shot
Sigma's
at from
saying she
balcony
thinks
from Sigma.
Blitzer, yeah. And none of our guys are on the balcony. So once again, that there are other people in the resort. And with these guys trying to get objectives and things done, they're going to be making a lot of noise. And I feel sorry for anybody in the resort right now who isn't a part of this competition because they're going to get destroyed.
They're in the
Oh,
same
Blitzer.
wing
Oh,
here,
she's pushing.
same hallway. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, they're both outside on that
Oh.
side. This is an interesting spot. for
Oh, he
Uba.
sees her. Oh,
Oh!
Blitzer, no!
Blitzer! Ubba with
Jump
the
at the
huge
top.
kill.
Oh no!
Ooh, she
She
jumped.
believed she
I
could
wonder.
fly.
Yeah, she did. I wonder if she hadn't jumped and she just proned there, would she have got away with that? What a kill that was from Ubba.
She
That's
may
a
have.
nasty angle.
It's me.
Oh,
Yeah,
huge
I
kill
think
from
she was
Ubba.
hedging on the long jump there though, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out that way for her.
And she originally was going for the other roof, and she came over here because she got shot at. Didn't expect to run into a competitor. That's an exposed place for him to be, but it worked out for Ubba really well. He chops
Yeah.
up a PMC kill.
Oh, Zico on the roof now. As soon as Ubba stands up, this is not a good position. He may have heard those
Does
shots
he know
too.
he's there? Yeah. He's gonna get on the roof himself, is he?
Oh, Ubba. Are they gonna?
It's
Oh,
the other
he sees
side.
him.
You
There's
can't
no
get
way.
on this roof. Yeah.
Just kidding. Alright, camera down. Let's go. I'm just kidding. Chat, I'm kidding.
Oh, they're gonna be.
Okay, thank you.
They're both looking for each other. I think they both kind of know.
It's a stim. General
There's no way.
He's stimming up. Ubba's taking his drugs. He's getting those pre-pins. Camera
I'm being
placed.
informed Zico is on a delay, but no, there they are. There they are. He sees them.
We did not kill him.
My God.
Didn't kill him.
Serpentine.
Didn't kill him. He watches Generation
Didn't.
kill as well. Meanwhile, Zico keeps moving,
Oh.
moving. Is he gonna jump off the roof? He thought about it. Oh!
Oh, he did get him.
He got him!
The timing on him.
Yeah,
coming
sorry,
up on
there's
that
a
roof
delay.
there,
Yeah, that's
he's
quite.
thinking
Yeah,
about
there's a
back
delay
up.
with Zico.
God damn it.
So if any of you are confused, that's what you're seeing. Wow, Ubba getting
No
two
good
competitors this raid.
Jeez, man.
Oh my
Huge!
Doc.
So Ubba, yeah, getting the
Make
two
a bad pun and
closest
he shows up.
competitors
He
as
got
well.
up there just like when I turned around.
Oh, I don't know.
Uba having a knockout raid so far. He's been pretty consistent this whole time, though. All his raids have been
How much time
consistent, I think.
This is for sure, but this is the most aggressive we've seen him. I think you could say. You know, normally he's very like in Woods. He was very mission focused. Let's get the mission. Let's get the objective. This time he hunted for Blitzer Girl. He held that angle. It was an exposed place to be, but he decided to hold it and get that kill. Now he's racking up the kills and getting objectives. This is a big raid for him.
One was other wing and
Yeah, with
was
just
so-
2 left, and I believe Nemo is in another wing.
shooting to the east guy.
Or no,
so
is
I
Nemo
thought
in the
it
same
could
wing?
be
No, Nemo is
risky if there's
above
another
admin right
Nemo's
now, no?
second floor at glass, I think. It looks like glass
Okay.
hallway. He's heard this, so he knows those shots are happening. He's pretty much directly underneath Ubba, I believe. It's hard to see from that little
Oh.
perspective. They're both shooting at the same guy inside admin. It looks like. Yep, both shooting at the same guy. Nemo hears those
Jeez.
shots. So as you can see as well, I mean Nemo.
Oh!
Ubba! Third party.
Just shot from the
Oh no.
GG's. Nice shots.
We saw Ubba get 2 kills. He only got 1 set of tags though, unfortunately. But he planted a
Oof.
camera, planted a flash drive.
Okay, phew. At least the competitor didn't get us.
Oh my goodness, I can't swear. Well, this could
Oh.
be huge for Nemonas. Going into this, he was in 4th place with 30 points. Now, all he needs to do is survive, get some kills, and put those objectives down. So let's focus in
can
on him for
make-
the rest of the raid, guys. Whew.
Let's do it. You can make so many points on this raid just playing the objective because there are so many objectives for you to do, plus the bonus items. And they're not hard to find bonus items. They do spawn.
A lot of computers. A lot of
frequently.
computers in this resort.
Shoreline.
Bring your keys. Get your
Raccoon's
bonus
out.
items. Raccoon, absolutely correct. This is
Saying
standard
Raccoon, Shoreline is
shoreline.
Shoreline.
Yeah.
Raccoon actually currently, well, Raccoon clinched the wild card for her bracket for that half. So she's going to be moving into the semifinals.
Absolutely.
To be facing one of the
yeah.
winners from today's bracket. So she's doing her homework, coming in, smart.
Doing her
Smart.
research. You love to see it.
She's saying, all right, okay, yeah. I could do Shoreline better, but, you know, that's cool. But, yeah. I was saying,
But look, when you name your stream
Nemo.
aggressive ass
Wow!
burning, I think we know exactly what raccoon is. Oh,
Did you? I'm sorry. Did you see that? Did you see where that bullet hole was? What the fuck? And he's just not even batting an eye. He's just like, okay.
Well, he's in a bit of a quandary here. Do you continue to hold? Does he try and relocate?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's the legs. There's the legs. Get that nade.
His
Perfect.
Lamborghinis.
Perfect nade. There's the push. Get him, get him, get him.
Apparently
That's
not,
the
though.
scav. Ooh, I thought that was a PMC.
Is that a bodyguard? That was a big backpack, though, for a scav.
Man, just for a second, I thought that was a PMC that got
Chevrolet.
I don't know.
Downside.
I don't know.
I can't escape.
I don't know. The person that, like that bullet hole that hit the wall next to him, that he kind of set him on edge. I don't think that was the scav.
Yeah.
That came from a window. If I was in his position, I don't know what I would do. I would probably just get out. I would run left. I would get down the hall as fast as I could.
I think that's what he's gonna have to do. That's what he's gonna have to do. It's interesting because, you know, is this the point where we all once again say, "Hey Nikita, can we jump through the windows on Shoreline like we can on Customs now?" Because that would make this map even crazier than it already is in the resort.
Yeah, some of those windows defy physics.
I'm not a big fan of people jumping off rooftops and balconies, but out of windows, I think should be fine.
Can't push this guy yet.
He's
got movement.
He's got a squad. I think this is a squad moving on.
Is there someone to your left?
I think there's people on all sides, left and right.
Trying to figure out this one or two.
Yeah, he hears him. Let's listen in.
I wonder where he is. Oh.
That's a bold move. Do you switch weapons there and confirm for the enemy where you are? That MP7 is loud as, again, TOS, Jeepo.
So is
something
this...
loud.
Sandwich. Here I am.
He's falling for that standard thing. Garlem, exactly right in chat. You're doing that standard thing where your gun is aimed low so you have a better sight line, but if you have to start firing, you're hitting someone in the stomach and chest, you're not getting that head tap. It's a fast firing weapon. You need to have this pre-aimed at head height.
Oh, are they taking shots from somebody else?
Or are they shooting at him from admin or somewhere outside as well? Could they try and get outside and put a grenade through that window? They could. Oh, this is tension.
I think they're above him currently. They're either above or below him. We did hear the sound of somebody hurting themselves. So barbed wire was in play. It wouldn't be out of reason to assume they're, you know, nearby.
You'd love to see his follow. You'd love to see his follow alerts going off, guys, as well. Do go give these guys a follow. It is free to follow them all. They're all awesome streamers. Give them some love. I'm gonna push him.
Oh, here they go. Oh,
is that a Lapua?
Oh,
just hold tight.
Yeah, I would be.
Still looking. He's like.
You think you should? I would be pushing. I would be using that as a distraction, like that distraction as my chance. To at least, if you want to take the fight, to at least reposition.
Yeah, Bunny, I like that. Insane.
Reposition is smart.
Bunny, give it advice.
Here we go. Here we go. They're needing the other rooms. Oh, this is gonna get spicy. Don't move. Be brave.
Oof. Oh,
this next one. Hold the line, dude. Hold the line. Shields up. Let's go.
Yeah, Raccoon. I mean, I would too, but I don't know about this. Oh.
Good push. Good push. Good push.
Nice.
Good push. Nice.
Oh, he's trapped.
This is my shoreline nightmare. I never know which balconies are open, dude. Through the hole. I'd be downstairs.
Oh.
dude. What the hell's going on? This shoreline is
Oh
hell.
no! Don't close yourself in here. Don't close yourself in here. All he's got to do is reposition, and he can. Oh, wait.
Hanzo.
Yeah, they're getting
He's
shot at now.
third-partied. He's moved from one shitty position to another shitty position. Oh my god, I'm back to the first shitty
Just
position.
go down the hole. That guy's
Look,
right.
freezing,
Oh my god,
guys.
we just saw the
Go
muzzle
for the
flash.
hole. Go for the hole, dude.
Why-
You can quote me on that
Yeah,
later.
go for the hole. You'll fit.
That's some
Don't
Giga
worry.
sandwich, you know, or players from both
Look,
sides.
dude, you've lubed up. Jump in the hole. It's time to go. Let's go. Let's leave.
Yeah.
Leave. Shoot your shot.
Just, you
Let's
know,
go.
Just chuck a nade in that hole and get it all warm and ready for you to plunge
for
in there
permission
and
first.
get out.
Chat. Ask for permission first. I think the hole's ready. Let's go. Please, God, let's go.
Yeah, we know you're only gonna be a couple seconds anyway. You know what I mean? It's only you're only gonna be in there for a few seconds.
Look, once he's in, he
Fire
wins. All right.
crumbles.
That's all he needs to do is get in there. Welcome to Evasion, everybody.
Welcome to Evasion. We are a professional group of dedicated Tarkov fans. Professional. Cannot state the level of professional enough.
Do you push this now?
Oh no,
What do you
he's
do here?
oh
You continue to hold.
And they cannot push
I'm crouching in my seat here.
to
This
them
is,
and
we
cannot push.
we do have confirmation in our
What about
headphones
driving
that
to the hole? Can you hear one
yes,
under you?
hotel
I
would
know
in
that
fact
there's a guy
also go
manager,
into the
so I
hole.
might drop on him.
breaking that fourth wall again. Now we got torches here. I think they know where he is. There's a nade's gonna bounce off this door frame. This is gonna be a problem.
Because you know,
You
I'm sure there's.
You
Imagine my
basically you could
surprise
say he's got
shoreline having
clowns to the
squads
left
on
of him,
Mm.
and jokers to the right.
do you have nades? Or are you out?
Are they
have
try?
one.
I think they're trying to get an angle on that balcony. No,
It can't come through
mean,
that
I know-
balcony though.
when I did my Mosin kills up close, I went into the breach room on factory and I did the slow leans to shoot people through the crack in the door with the Mosin when they were in office. So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's trying to do something like that. Like those are the crafty little things that people don't think to do.
Yeah, but I'd be outside. If I'm in a squad, I'm telling my guys to
I don't
hold
want to
this
use
doorway, and I'm
painkiller
going
right
outside, and
now,
I'm
it's just-
badly trying to bounce a grenade through this window. And I'm just wondering how you doing, dude. In chat, the views and opinions expressed by these hosts do not necessarily represent the official views and opinions of Evasion. No,
Oh!
Nemonas, he held too long.
Yeah, his mistake there was he didn't use the opportunity he had
He
to
didn't
get
make
out
the
of there.
play. Where did that
He
come
didn't make the
from?
play.
We need to think about where
And-
that came from. Oh
You know
my
what? I think he was
word.
reasoning with himself though that he wanted to get the kills. I
None of
think that's
those
what it
guys
was.
which were
I mean,
next
it's
to me
easy.
had
It's
no,
easy to bug out and go get the
PK,
points for the objective. I think he
and I
wanted
heard
those
no
kills.
shot.
He wanted the kills, but objectives are more important than kills. Was this a mistake on his behalf? It's easy for me to say, obviously, in hindsight, and not
Where
being
did
one
I
of the
get killed from?
competitors. Yeah, that's the question
I'm
he's now
not
asking himself.
sure.
Where? Is it possible from
Yeah, it's like-
below? Maybe the
go into
guy
Discord,
snuck
choose a
through
map, I'll
the
click this, and I'll
glass
see what I can
hallway
find.
because they were a squad. They're able to control the rest of the resort, snuck up glass, and got that sneaky headshot. I wasn't looking there.
He may
It's
have.
very possible.
He may have. Or maybe they did a cheeky drop
Philbo
off the balcony and go.
Could have been. Yeah, it's possible you can drop off that balcony.
You
I'm
can
not
drop
fully
off
sure. I'm not
balcony,
the guy
yeah.
to ask. Yeah. And get onto that one. He should have went down. He should have ran for the hole. He did not. He had no business running back into that room. I
That-
think that was the big mistake.
That hole was
And
very
you already knew
inviting.
that was a dead end. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
or when you take that contact, that ambush in the hallway, when he turned left, he shot at the guy, didn't kill him. You just push that guy, just push right through the contact. Maybe that's the play as well. Oh, so
Yeah,
unlucky
it's-
from
it's
Nemo
tough
now.
to
It's a
say.
huge opportunity. Hmm.
I
What a
mean, like
shame.
we saw, he was bogged down on all sides. Like it didn't matter where
Shot.
he went, he was gonna have to deal with somebody.
Absolutely. Chat, what do we think? That was definitely, for me, one of the most intense fights of the season so far. Definitely from the Euro. That was absolutely insane. Oof. Was this the quickest
that was
shoreline?
good.
Sigma, that's a great question. This could have been the quickest shoreline we've had this season as well. All the competitors wiped out. I don't think we've seen a full competitor wipe in a long time as well. Some stats, some questions that we'll ask when we get the battle mods just to confirm those stats. I'm sure they will as we go through there. But we're going to have a look at the scores here in a little bit. I think I just get confirmation that they are fully updated. What a lot of murder though. Hell of a raid. Big plays.
A lot of murder.
A lot of competitors got some objectives done. Ubba got some done. He got some PMC kills. So yeah, that was, as Doc J says, hole can save lives. Chat. Oh, okay.
When in doubt,
we just got
go for the
confirmation.
hole.
Just go for the hole, dude. We just had confirmation that the scores are updated. So as we can see, Blitzer Girl and Ubba neck and neck at the top on 66 points for Ubba, 62 for Blitzer.
Wow.
Zico 41, Nemonas 31. So he did get some good points there as well. Didn't change the standings too much in terms of who's positioned where. Oof.
Well, luckily though, we are moving into the last round, and if for some reason, and we've seen it, the point leader comes in, they get eliminated early in this last fight, and even the last place, second last place, these guys move up to the end. Like, it happens. It happens.
Absolutely. We still have other raids to come, so don't go anywhere. But absolutely, you know, Shoreline's normally such a high scoring map for these guys. Normally you see at least one or two competitors get out with bonus points, with all the objectives done, get that extract points as well. A little bit of a lower scoring one. I'm still a little bit in shock at that one, to be honest. That was a crazy raid. Crazy raid.
That was a good raid, yeah.
So we are going to be moving on.
For somebody who likes to watch Shoreline, Jeepo, that was one hell of something of a show.
A hell of a raid. Hell of a raid. Loved seeing the multiple perspectives on that. We could see, you know, when Blitzer's climbing that staircase, what Ubba sees. Loved that. But we are ready. I'm hearing in my ear, we are ready to move on to reserve. Sigma saying as well, 50 plus points in reserve isn't uncommon. Not at all. It's very common to see massive raids on reserve. So every competitor still in play, still with a massive opportunity to come back here on reserve as we go in to checkmate.
Don't forget, they're not just fighting for that first spot position. They are fighting for a wildcard slot. Today is the last day for somebody to take that wildcard slot. They need 92 points. They need 93, I believe. Do we give the tie to the current? Do we give the tie to the current wildcard holder?
It goes to most
kills.
PMC
We decided by most
kills.
PMC kills. Yes.
Absolutely. So we record all the kills, all the stats, just in case there is a tiebreaker. But let's get into the rules then, shall we, of reserve. This is called checkmate. I hope you guys like your chess. So it is a location reserve daytime reserve. You get the entire run of reserve. You have the whole timer on reserve. The PMCs are tasked with getting kills while in or on any building listed below. Getting a kill while you are in or on each building is worth 3 bonus points each. An additional kill from the same buildings are only worth the base points of 1 for PMC, 1 for a scav and 1 for a PMC, unless you get the dog tag, which is the bonus there. You can bring any loadout they want. 2 stims max, 2 grenades. As usual, no GLs or Mark 18s, no Reapers, Flares, or T7s, and absolutely no run-throughs. Be jolly bad form if you do. The buildings are King Building, Queen Building, either Knight Building, but not both, Rook, either Bishop, and either Pawn. And you get 1 point per scav, per Raider, or Guard. You get 1 point per PMC, or 3 points with a tag. You get 3 bonus points per building, and you get 5 points for a Gluhar kill, 5 points for an extract. With the extract as well, little thing to think about, the bonus extract, you get double extract points if you activate and use the hermetic door. So batten down your hatches and get your hands ready on that volume button, guys. They're going for the hermetic door. Now, each of these raids will be a solo raid, which means the guys load in individually, so they don't have to worry about other competitors. They do, of course, have to worry about other PMCs just on the map as usual, but they're each on their own separate server, so they get the run of the place. They can all technically dominate on the map. So we do often see massively high scores on reserve, so it is still all wide open into play for Grumbles. Normally we load into reserve and we see somebody go down early. Do we think that's going to happen here? I hope not. I'd like to see them all make it through this.
Yeah, I mean, statistically speaking, it is probable that it will happen. I'm hoping it doesn't. I would love to see this last one, just everybody make the best of it. And not that they don't. Sometimes things happen, but I want to see it. I want to see everybody extract. I want it to be like, and the winner by 1 point, and everybody else being 1 point behind. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to see.
Well, fingers crossed we're gonna
evasion.
We are gonna jump on the scoreboard here again, just to give you guys a quick heads up on where we are before we get into this raid. Grumbles, do the honors.
And you shall receive. Oh, do the scoreboard. All right, cool. Well, nobody's at 69 points. I'm really disappointed by that. But Ubba is sitting pretty in first place. Yeah, exactly. Ubba, what were you doing, man? 3 more points. That's all you needed. That's all you needed. Anyway, sitting pretty, 66 points in first place is British Ubba. Sitting pretty in second place is Blitzer Girl. Sitting in third place, Zico with 41 points, and Nemo in last with 31. But once again, guys, points at this point doesn't matter.
Look, if
this last raid,
if our number one or number 2 competitor gets knocked out early here with just a few points on the board, and Nemonask has a blinder, it's very common to see a 50+ round raid. He can absolutely still do work here. All competitors still in this, and as you said, we're still looking for the wild card spot as well. So they need over 92 points, which is Agent Looney currently sitting in that wild card. So still all to play for, first and second place. I'm excited.
And we have good history with our wild cards making a splash. Like the wild cards have been doing pretty good. Like even in NA brackets, the wild cards are doing good. So be excited for that.
Absolutely. And I think we're just getting confirmation that it is sent. The guys are loading into raid. So I think we're just going to jump over here in a second and have a look. But yeah, tell me, Grumbles, do you like reserve yourself? What's your favorite part of it? Are you a rat? Are you downstairs killing those raiders and getting out? Are you the guy that hits the buzzer? Yeah. Grumbles, or are you the guy that sits on dome with his sniper rifle?
I'm a rat. I definitely just sit in the bushes in reserve and I wait. No, I used to like reserve more than I do now. I do admit the underground expansion was phenomenal. I really liked what they did with the underground expansion. Reserve though, I used to like it more than I did, and then I kind of started playing it more and I realized that I liked the flow of other maps. Reserve is a good one to hit with the boys. If you want to get some action, you want to go in the boys, you want to go in with the boys, and just destroy shit. Reserve is a really, really, really good. Yeah. Reserve is a really good map for that. So yeah. Rat. Exactly. Can I just be a rad?
Yeah. Why not? I think we need to change this rat chad. This rat chad world. I don't think it is that black and white. You can be a little bit of both. Why not be somewhere in the middle and be tactical? Pick your fights, pick your times.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Reserve's a great map. It's got a lot of scavs, a lot of player scavs. There's a lot of danger going in there as a PMC, which is why it is mostly filled with PMC squads. Going in there solo is a daunting task for a lot of players, for a lot of people. But there is ridiculous amount of loot in there. There's AESAs, those that you need. How many now? Is it four of those phase array elements for your hideout? Those are exceptionally expensive, so it's the only map you can find those. It's certainly worth maybe the risk of going in and getting out with one of those. That's for sure.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's a good map to find those like military electronics, if you want to call them that, and you can find them aplenty sometimes. but it is a highly contested. It is a highly contested map, and you don't just have raiders. You've got raiders. You've got bodyguards. You've got a scav boss, right? Like it's not just those normal PvE elements. Like this is a map that's cranked up to 100.
Absolutely, and here we
I
are.
would
We
say
just
it's
jumped in
even-
with Blitzer.
I
go
would
ahead,
say
Grumbles.
it's almost as a whole map, more dangerous than labs. Because with labs, you spawn in, you know it's going to be close, you know you're going to get into fights in certain areas. Whereas reserve, there's so much open ground, there's so much distance. Oh, Blitzer shooting at a PMC,
Instantly
I believe.
dropping rounds, yeah. You love to see it. Of course, she has shown us all throughout this contest tonight. She's playing like the Giga Chad that we all know that she is. She is, of course, in the Vision. In the competitive team, this guy's just going to trap himself, it looks like, up top. He's going to try and peek for her, but hopefully she knows the range here. This could be a nice start for Blitzer Girl. Straight into that train station as well. You love to see it. Takes no time for her. She's straight in.
Come on, peek.
Hey, in all seriousness, Taco Man, do you need a hug? I'll give you a hug, buddy. We can
think you
talk
might
about
need
it.
a
I'll
hug.
get you a coffee. I'll buy you a cruller. We can talk about it.
We're gonna get kills from buildings. And it'll be scavs or PMC.
Sigma,
I think he's at my
saw
house. Did you
do
guys
the,
just hear that
I saw you
private-
do the
Doing.
stats. By the way, the stats roast, I was never gonna send mine in. Drunk Sigma doing stats roast, my ego couldn't take.
I gotta get in on that next time. I gotta know what Sigma says.
No,
I mean, we all know she
no,
thinks
the-
I'm the Chad. She thinks I'm Chadley Cooper, but
It was
you know,
it was the
I believe.
it was the bunch of flowers that killed me. And here we are, Uva just loaded in as well. So 3 of the 4 competitors in raid right now. And
I
say hi
love
to
watching
Nixia
though. Like,
in the chat as well. Hi, Nix.
hi Nixia. I think the reason why I think I like watching the ones where everybody's sort of separated into their own servers is because it's interesting to see like who visits where, and often you see a lot of the competitors go to the same places either at the same time or within like a very small window of one another.
And
So you get to see
believe.
like a lot of experienced Tarkov players play the game with a similar mentality, and it's really cool to see.
Absolutely. And it's interesting here because we have, of course, Blitzer Girl still holding that angle on the guy in the that climbed into the
Oh, yeah.
tower. But of course, she doesn't really have a choice now because she needs to get a kill from this room that she's in, this building. So she knows that this guy's there. It doesn't have to be a PMC, but if you can kill a PMC early, that makes it a little bit safer for you on this map. But is she going to take a lot of time here? Is she going to maybe get third-partied? These must be the things going through her head right now as she holds this angle, waiting for the guy to try and peek. Now we have all competitors in. Zico going right into the dome here. Get that kill from the dome if he can. Meanwhile, Nimanas and British Alba both in the same sort of area. But of course, they are loaded into their separate maps, so there's no chance the competitors running into each other for this one specific game.
Yeah. And like Hurricane Hanzo was saying in chat, it's also hard for her to leave the guy in the tower at her back and try to play the map. It's true. Those towers, they've got a lot of sight over the map, and especially anything that's on like the lower ground, like the main ground level. It's
He's dead now.
it's
Absolutely.
then she's popping off.
Oh, did she get him? Just nonchalantly,
sure, and-
casually embarrassed that man.
Blitzer
Good shooting,
repping
Blitz.
Team Evasion, man. I mean, it's. I don't know
Move
if you
on.
guys have seen Team Evasion, but it is stacked. I would not want to go up against these guys. So if Blitzer's saying she got that kill, I believe her. I believe her.
I believe her, and she'll probably go get that dog tag too, like the Chad she is. She'll want those bonus points, but yeah, I'll believe her as well. She's an absolute murderer. That was a good old one tap, exactly.
We hear the
like to see
Mosin
that.
going off.
And she's running over to the other building.
I-
Meanwhile,
we
we're joined here
gotta
with
see-
Zico now. Yeah, yeah.
We gotta
There's
see
something
Blue
exceptionally
Heart.
satisfying. We've got 4 chances to see him. I think we'll see him.
Look at. Did you just see that cool perspective? I know they're in different servers, but Ubba was looking right up at the dome where Zico is, and Zico was looking like right down at where Ubba would have been. That's really cool. Like that's the stuff I'm talking about. These guys, man, they're just so like, they're so in tune. I guarantee if you threw these guys into a squad and said, all right, play together, they would have cohesion. And it's just, it's experience. It's knowing the game.
Absolutely. And look at all the emotes in chat from the Team Evasion guys. People suggesting a poll to final. Oh, Zico getting hit here. He's helmet save lives. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Helmets are useless in Tarkov, guys. I see Fluffy Bunny with the poll idea, by the way, for the Voodoo Hammer or Valde. I'd like to see that so we can finally prove Iron wrong. That would be great.
Well, so far we've got Valde with 100% of the votes at 1. May or may not have been.
I mean, I'll make it stay that way. Here we go. Come on, I feel like this is a fix. Bear in mind we're the hosts. We can cut this short if we need.
But comparing the Voodoo and the Valde, I personally feel like comparing the Voodoo and the Valde, like it's almost like an apples to oranges situation because, correct me if I'm wrong, are they the same magnification? Or does the Voodoo not have slightly higher magnification?
On paper, they are. I believe they're both 6x, but the Voodoo actually has higher magnification in game terms. Yeah,
it does. Yeah, and I personally like. I mean, with the Valde, it fits a really good niche role of being a close to medium range scope with longer range potential, and that's why I like the Valde. I don't generally run a Voodoo on my M4. So, look at this. Zico lining up. Oh, and he gets the snipe. Dome is done.
Done. He can get off this super exposed position and start thinking about his route. So all of these guys will have a route in mind that they want to run from one building to the other to get their kills. And now he's on the move. You love to see it. Blitzer, meanwhile, going for that dog tag. There's the boy she domed.
Dave, something I never thought I'd see. Dave being useful. Coming in, Valde is 4 times and Voodoo is 6 times. So there you go. I would use the Voodoo 100% over a Valde.
They're both.
If
as someone who knows the Valde intimately, they are both meant to be 6x. They are
okay, but I mean,
6x. Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm sniping, if I'm going in with the intent to snipe and I'm not bringing a semi-automatic weapon, I'll rock a Voodoo. Even if I am rocking semi-automatic, the Voodoo for the longer range, I will take it over the Valde. But if I'm going interchange, I'm going customs, and I want to have that utility of mid to close range, I'm bringing that Valde. Hands down.
The way I look at it is, I will occasionally bring the Voodoo if I feel like I need the crutch on reserve. Otherwise, it's Valde all day. And I won't hear any other crutch.
You hear that, guys? The game is easier. If you use a Voodoo.
I often put the counted red dot beside the Valde, but I find myself using the counted red dot less and less. The Valde now is just my go-to at all times, pretty much.
Thank you, Nixia. Yeah. I actually, I don't even mind the hammer. I'll say it. I don't mind the hammer. I mean, the Valde has a much cleaner sight picture, but I don't mind the hammer. I'm not going to say
I just like having variable.
I prefer it. Ooh,
I like having
we're
variable.
Split. The poll tied.
We are split.
16 and
That's
16.
Disgraceful. All you guys that voted for Bravo Scope should reassess your life choices, I think. That's just my personal opinion, not the opinions of Evasion LLC.
Iron, you say you're not sniping with a PKO6, but we did see it yesterday.
I think he ran away.
We did see some PKO6 sniping yesterday on this map.
I don't like that left peek.
Oh, stage left enters new scope, Henselt 4x 16x. I think Thurman, you might be on this.
Which one is that?
I think that's the unusable, massively magnified one. I believe. I'd need to check. It's certainly one I don't use.
Which is the one that? What's the one that you can mount on like SKSs and AKs, but it's the one with like, it's just got the really long arrow that ends in a green tip and it takes up the entirety of your scope and you can't see shit. That's like the worst scope in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Russian. Yeah, it's terrible. It's like, oh, I can't see what I'm aiming at because this thing is right in the middle of my vision. Great.
Garland,
no,
of
not
course,
the PSO, not the PSO scope.
Pretty sure he was
throwing
downstairs.
some heat at the casters, but of course we have the biggest microphone today, Garlem. I will certainly look forward to when you compete again. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I mean, one more outburst from you, Garlem, and I will strangle you with my microphone cable.
One more.
Good old
And
wedding
we're just
singer.
joining
That's my
Zico
favorite
right now. It
movie.
looks like Zico's in a fight here, inside one of the pawns.
Oh,
guy peeking him
and
from the
Zico's
right
opponent
here.
knows. Yeah, he's doing the
Ooh,
jiggle.
big hit on
Oh,
the
jiggle
chest.
pre-fire peaks. Zico, maybe. Yeah,
This guy's a
he's gonna
pre-fire
have to,
god, yeah.
Have to fight another day.
he's gonna have to push that.
Interesting.
Whether
He's
it's
thinking
basement,
about
whether it's upper
leaving.
floor.
Does he already have the
Wow,
kill from this
Zico
building?
making.
He knows he needs to survive to have any chance here. Is it the play? Do you want to put your
I
whole
mean-
competition on killing this pre-fire guy? Oof.
Well, he may be
You
able
feel
to
it,
get the
Ty.
kill from this
It's-
building too.
Well, this is the thing. If he can get the kill from a building he hasn't got a kill from yet, then it's a double win, right? You have to check the state of that slick. I'm not sure
100%.
what damage
One,
it took.
so it's all good.
Seemed like a big round hit him though.
Yeah, it took out his arm immediately. So that's
Judgment,
not
yeah, I
that's
think
not
so.
necessarily something you
The
want
guy's
to
scary, yeah.
sit in
Think
front
he had
of and
one
get to
more-
know and ask
one or
a
another
question or
country,
two.
One more tap to
It's
the
just
chest
like-
and I would have been
That's
dead.
around you. Ooh.
Meanwhile, Blitzer's still
There,
moving
Zico and
through these buildings looking
Nemo
for
are
scavs
like-
outside.
I don't know, like Zico today has had some solid raids. Nemo, I feel like Nemo has made some really big plays, but unfortunately has just caught the shit end of the stick on a
Yeah.
couple of the.
Whoa,
Oh,
whoa, whoa, whoa!
oh no!
yeah,
I'm so sorry, Nemo. That was my fault. I jinxed him.
The jinx of the commentator. F's in
Okay,
chat.
you don't
Oh my word!
you don't have to fire me. I formally resign. Like I'm now gonna go drink. I'm gonna go drink in an inflatable tub full of booze. And yeah,
Oh my word!
it was nice to know you guys.
So unlucky. He had so much bad luck today. So many
Exactly.
fights against a squad on Shoreline that was like an unwinnable position, and he just got ran up on. I didn't hear that guy come up the stairs. I'm not sure if he did. And he
Neither
just
did
got ran
I.
up on and kneeled. Mm.
Yeah. And
Unlucky
I mean,
for
I
Nemo.
know it was unfortunate timing. I'm sorry I did that. I know it's the jinx, the curse, whatever you want to call it.
It's
But I
the
was just trying to say,
pestilent
yeah,
curse,
he's
isn't it?
played
Yeah.
a solid game. Yeah. He's played a solid game today. And he just, unfortunately, those little setbacks were a continual thing in his raids. And it just didn't allow him to pull forward or pull ahead.
Absolutely. And guys, if you're
Yeah, that
watching
metal
and you
roof too.
On the
yeah, that metal
train
roof's
building.
super loud. Big F's in chat for Nemo Nas. Guys, go over, give him a follow. He got super unlucky tonight, but he's an excellent streamer. Excellent small streamer trying to grow his channel. Big love to him. Hopefully we can get from some of the mods, we can put a link in chat for there's all the guys right there. Thank you, Evasion G. GG.
And
Give
Nemo,
Evasion a
if
follow
you're
here,
watching-
guys,
What
and
do we
give
look at?
everybody else a follow as well.
Building is terrible.
If you're watching, Nemo, I'm sorry that I jinxed you there. It's my bad. I'll Venmo you $5.
Windows.
I'll give you some money from my wallet.
The drop down building.
I was here for Grumble's
Oh,
last
come
cast.
on.
Then
Is it?
what,
I thought they were
Hurricane, if
different.
you've seen me cast with these guys before, what in any, like, world you live in makes you feel like I would ever be a professional? If you know me and you've heard
Oh,
me,
it's different.
in what world am I a professional? My wife summed it up to me today.
Meanwhile-
She's like, I love you because you're a
Windows
man,
in drop
but
down.
like in body, not in mind. And I'm like, yeah, that's true.
Too many trees.
Like my body grew up, but I didn't. Not my brain. I'm still a kid.
Scary.
He
he's
was
just
here-
happy that he was here
the
for your
first.
last cast.
Yeah.
So the rest of the guys still in
but
the fight
honestly,
here?
Yeah, the rest of the guys are still. It seems
yeah.
like they're listening. It's a quiet raid. And Doc was saying this yesterday. I agree with him, and we see it all the time.
Zico just
the
missed
very
two
start
people
of
on his
reserve.
left that just climbed up the window.
God damn
He
it.
didn't see that. Sorry,
Yeah.
just off to the
Yeah.
left side of his scope. Two guys just climbed up the window to go inside. There they
worries.
are now. Oh, has he got a chance to get
Big-
this?
Oh, he's popping a shot. Oh, Blitzer's
Blitzer
in
with
it.
the kill.
Blitzer taking
Nice.
shots.
Blitzer with the big win. Not an M4 she's got. It is. You'd love to see it. Good kill. She can move on to the next building. She can get that dog tags. Well done, Blitzer. Securing
Well,
the
I just
rest
want
of
to.
the
I want to
building.
take a moment and as
There
we're
was a hashtag
coming
thrown up
sort
there
of
this
to the
whole
close of
freaking
today's
time,
events,
dude.
a little bit. We're getting near the end.
White,
Don't forget to thank your
Juvies.
battle mods, guys, and the
knew I heard
production
someone,
crew.
but I think
Thank
there's
everyone at
people in the bottom
Evasion
of
for
my
allowing this to
building.
happen. I mean, we're a part of Evasion, but we're just the guys that get to reap all the benefits of everybody else putting the work in.
Whew.
So, like, thank them, guys,
All right,
because
chat.
without them, we wouldn't
I
have
think the
this.
play
And Evasion has grown
is
so
we
much
exfil
every season,
ourselves
and
from
I'm so
this
proud to
location
see it.
into another one ASAP.
Absolutely. Of course, prize money this season as well.
So we've done Bishop.
Provided from
Oh,
BSG.
yeah.
So it's, you know, this is
basically.
certainly the premier
They made it happen.
competitive team. Yeah, they did. They absolutely did.
Kinda tempted to just-
I mean, how could you
Dome's
not,
green,
right?
Dome's green.
Vision be doing this now for
Kinda
3
tempted
years,
to take
growing
it
year
off
on
the
year.
roof,
Huge, huge in terms of influence and in terms of, you know, where they are with the competitive
to
landscape
land
inside
on,
of
that's what
Tarkov.
we
It's
need
great
more
to
than-
see.
100%. And I
boxes
mean,
there,
the
we
thing
might
I
not
like
break our
about
legs.
Evasion is like, even if you do poorly, like it does happen, and it doesn't reflect you
More
as a
time we
player
spend
because
farting
we
around
all
with
know
this
how
stuff.
Tarkov can be. You can have a bad day, you can have a bad week, you can have a bad month, but it doesn't matter if you play
All right.
poorly. Like, we're not gonna make
Stim
you
check.
look
Yeah.
like an idiot. So if you've always wanted to do these events,
Oh my
but
God,
you've
my
been too
character's
shy
frozen, dude.
or you have too much anxiety to do it, sign up for Evasion, guys. Sign up for
there we go.
Evasion. Very welcoming, very, very professional in the
should
way
be
we'll
good.
talk about you
gonna drop
and
off.
everybody else. Do it. Just do it. Sign up for Evasion. We want to see what you got.
Good shot from Zico there. Nice shot. Yeah, absolutely
a
recommend
nice-
the same as someone who has competed. You know, it was a great experience. Made some great friends here, and here I am now on the team. So
Ooh.
it's a
Beautiful,
wonderful
good
experience to
extraction
do.
from that building.
Zico's still just racking up those scav kills. He can move on to another building now and hopefully just get that kill from here,
Yeah.
which would be two for one. Really, it'd be lovely if you can get that window jump. There we go. Can you find this? Shoot the window out. Shoot
I
the window so your
think-
rifle's got some room.
I've
Really?
I've definitely gotten into some fights in this room, popping out and. But Hurricane, I think he just came up with a new Evasion motto.
Logo.
Sign up
yeah,
for
there it
Evasion.
is,
We'll make
slogan.
you look better than you are. There you are. Yeah. Carpe some positivity. Carpe a bed of
Zico's
lies.
still trying to hunt down that scav that got away. Blitzer with the kill.
Ooh,
Where you at?
yeah.
Nearly. There we go. Blitzer with the kill, so she can leave this building and
Oh.
move on to the next one. Surviving competitors making a good throw of this here. They're all pushing through the buildings, getting
Yeah.
their kills.
And you know, I like to think that if
Died in a
Nemo was
terrible
still in
spot,
this,
dude.
we would be
Died in a
seeing just as
fucking
much work
terrible
being put
spot.
out. And
Yeah, he got
I'm personally, I'm
so
devastated. I really wanted to see all four guys get out, or all four competitors. Sorry, I mean, you know, language, whatever. But I would love to see all four competitors get out today, and it didn't happen, unfortunately. So
Absolutely. Unfortunately, it didn't, though. We do have 3 competitors, all 3 still with a chance of winning it. I mean, Zico obviously is currently in 3rd place, or was before this round started. British Elba and Blitzer first and second, having a good raid so far. That nasty nade into the scary dark room, it's worth it for sure.
Yeah.
She's gonna crawl in, have a look. But I mean, you know, this
Trent.
could still all change if one of these guys catches an unfortunate round. So
The statics.
lots to see and do.
there you go. Trent coming
I
in with the
swear I
8-month
heard someone
resub. Thanks so
crawling
much,
in
bud.
there.
Thanks for supporting Evasion. I know Trent is a
Anyways,
very,
there you go, Dom.
important, very what's respected member of the Evasion community, and is also a Tarkov emissary.
Australian
So if you
emissary
ever need to
lives
learn,
down
and
there.
I love
going
Trent's
up here.
streams. I pop in there in the mornings after I drop the kids off at school and stuff before I start my day. I'll pop in there if I can, and Trent's always laughing. Trent's always having a good time.
Is this the last
Trent's
one?
just a fantastic dude, and he is very knowledgeable, and you should go check him out. 100%.
And confirmed to be a time traveler, because it is what, Monday there?
Should be on the top.
You know,
of the dome.
those guys with their
Yes.
weird time traveling tricks.
What were the points? I think the leader, it was like a 30-point differential between first and last.
King
And
yeah,
then
but the
anything
top
in between.
three were all
So
within
we're-
like
yeah.
8 or 9 points. Yeah.
Yeah, the top three were all within 10 or less.
It's exceptionally tight so far, and they're all having a good raid so far. These
Gotta throw a
survivors as
shrimp
well. They're
on
all
the barbie.
pushing through. I know how offensive that is to Australians, and therefore I commend you for saying it. Well done.
It's offensive because I had an Australian friend and I used to do that, and he would be like, he would use the C word, which obviously we can't say on Twitch, but he would say that and he would go, "They're prawns. I just want you to know they're not called shrimp."
Slush Puppy
They
would like to
called
have a word with
prawns.
you, sir.
Yeah. No more accents. That's the point of them. They're supposed to be bad. I could talk like Morgan Freeman. It's not
we'll do
good,
that in a
but
safer
you can tell
environment.
it's Morgan Freeman.
All right, let's get out, King.
I'm not.
Let's get into,
Meanwhile, I'm not going to do
seems
that.
like
to
Zico.
anybody in
Let's get
chat.
into white porn, shall we? Pawns are going to
All
be
my accents are
hard
Jamaican.
because of the
Blitzer
Zico
looking at a
taking
long-range
down.
shot here. Is she gonna take the shot? She is.
because of the fact
Is she
that
gonna hit it?
we were so early, which means most of
Don't think we can confirm that kill just yet. He's still moving on that roof.
Oh. Blitzer's saying,
Okay.
Now, unable to get the kill. Dave, the beautiful
Oh,
thing about
shit,
being
look.
a caster
guys.
is we. Oh,
John Travolta just walked into my house. He's like, "Yo, Grumbles, jeez. Good to see you all, jeez." You know what I mean?
One
What?
piece
Thanks,
easier,
John
I think.
Travolta. Oh, jeez. Okay, he left. That's all there was. He came in to say hi and he left. I love awkward comedy that makes people uncomfortable. Like uncomfortable for me, not like uncomfortable for themselves. I like being Michael Scott. I like being the Michael Scott where I say things and you're like, "Ugh."
it's like Curb Your Enthusiasm. I can only do 2 episodes and then I gotta watch something else
Mhm.
because it just hurts my soul on a level I can't explain.
Oh,
It's too much.
I love that
dude.
show,
It's too
but
much
yeah.
In the field?
for me. Meanwhile, it looks
Oh.
like Blitzer didn't get that kill from the dome, so she still has work to do here.
Which,
I'm wondering, chat, if anybody can confirm. She has, okay, I just see it in the bottom right corner. She has zeroed her rifle. A lot of people still Kentucky winded rifles in Tarkov. I'm a big fan of zeroing. Grumbles, do you zero your rifle or not?
absolutely not, because it doesn't really do too much if you're not using the right variation of caliber in your gun. Because as we found
Correct.
out, certain guns seem to just be zeroed to a specific, not caliber, but variation of that caliber. So whether it's 88A1 or 85A1, I mean, or 86A1 or 995 or M61, M80,
Anyway, now?
each rifle is like zeroed to a specific variant of that round. So I don't
I
mess with the
agree.
zeroing.
I agree
Anything
in concept.
extra
You're
rated, or
correct,
is it
but
just
I
one?
actually zero anyway because after a certain amount of time you realize the flight patterns of like an 855A1 and a 995. So you can say, I know that's 100 meters because I'm firing this round from this gun with this scope. So I still do it. It's worth putting the time in to learn. I think you get you those crispy one taps out
Yeah.
of nowhere. I'd love to see a poll on this to see who would zero their
Maybe we
guns
can
in chat.
take a
I
lead
suspect
out.
I'm the minority, but that's also why I'm better than everybody ever of all time that played this game. Confirmed.
tell you what, let's look.
Yeah, I used to zero,
This
and then
way,
I
we might
found
get
it
lucky
made
with the player
almost
scav or something.
no difference. So I tilt the barrel up a bit higher if I have to. And I mean, I attribute,
talking about
I'd say
Tarkov,
I'm a
right?
fairly good
Behind
sniper.
the fence, we can check.
Yeah, yes,
that's a
yes,
player.
yes,
All right.
exactly.
I'm gonna go with 200.
My wife text you or something? Like, Jesus, that's a joke she would say. It does look
I don't
like
know if
it
Meanwhile-
has calmed down in the raids, but everybody is still like they are still trying to pick their shots. They're getting yeah. Here you go, Zico taking
Zico's
down a
got his
scab
shot
right
from
there.
Train station, yeah. Uba's got his from.
go check that
not
chat
quite sure
for
which one he's
sure.
in.
But we
Yeah, I was gonna say
this is perfect.
Uba
Someone
was just
else hit the
definitely
wheel
or
for us?
Uba. I don't know. My pronunciations are
Delightful
terrible.
individual.
I think I heard.
Oh, I'm not
Let's
saying
go.
I'm
They
right,
spawn
by the
more
way.
people.
Anyway.
Right. Okay. So we've done king. We've done.
But,
Let's focus on chat. We've done king.
Definitely
we've
was
done
was
bishop,
trading
we've
or
done
not
pawn.
trading there, but was
We need
definitely
to do queen and
putting some shots
rook
down
and
range
knight.
there. I'd be
So let's
curious
go
to see
queen,
what he
rook,
was shooting at
queen,
and if
knight,
he
rook.
hit his
Let's
target.
go. That's the order in which we're doing this.
So he's making an
Alright.
order, picking it, saying, "This is what I'm gonna do." Ubba, not Uba. Sorry, somebody said Hubba Bubba, or Ubba, not Uba. Yeah, like Ubba or Bubba, like in Hubba Bubba. So I was like Ubba. Yes, there we go. But it's also
Any red
a
rebels?
like an accent thing, I guess. I like the way you say certain words, Jeepo.
Any rebels of the
thanks.
red variety?
It's
I'm not
nice.
sure I like how I say certain words, but I'll take that.
Friends, comrades,
Yeah.
colleagues who want out.
Faust
I
or
only need one of
DT
those.
DT Foss,
like
Faust,
the
whatever.
Vikings. God, okay, you know what? That makes a lot of sense, Nobleson. Thank you, dude. That makes some sense now.
You make that joke about my name, but you would be surprised at how many people
think you just
cannot
went in.
pronounce my name
That's not
properly.
good.
They'll be like Grumbellisa, Grumblesea. And I get it, but that's why I capitalized the EA, the E. When he says flashlight, it comes out as torch. That's just a speech impediment. We don't talk about that. It seems like, yeah, everyone's just trying now to listen in and see, okay, maybe there's some people nearby and I can go here and do this. But it definitely does quiet down the longer you sit in a reserve raid. And you just kind of got to either hope the PMCs make their way out or that the player scavs just run around willy-nilly and give you those opportunities to get those bonus point kills. Oh,
Absolutely. I mean, just because you get
Hear
your
some
kills from
running.
each building, there's still potentially more points here. Blitzer with the easy kill
Ooh.
out the window. Excellent work. Real Chad move, just diving out and back in again. Get that extra point.
yeah.
Love to see it. Moving through the building, because as I was saying, you know, you can sit, you can get those farm those kills. Those scavs are worth a point no matter where you get them from. You only get that bonus one time per building though. So it certainly is worth making sure you get the buildings covered first. And if you want to take the risk of getting those extra scav kills, min-max the raid, do it. The other guys are still alive. You gotta get as much as you can out of this. Then do you hit wee woo and go for the extra 5 points with the extract, the bonus points? I think you do. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it.
I mean, for sure, the extract points are like it is definitely important, and it can decide the winner. I would opt to get them myself, but I also feel like with this raid
It's
being the
fun.
final one,
Try and
you having the
raid.
entirety of the raid time, run around the map, get kills, get whatever you can, get all those points, use that entire time, and if you can play for the extract, play for it. But I would leave that as
Absolutely.
sort of an afterthought and just I would clean house. I would clean house as much as I could.
She's in a fight here. Is this Raiders? Hard to know. We'll just have a little look at it.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Zico over there hit the wee woo button. He's on the way to extract, it looks like, or he's at least thinking about it after hitting it. So we'll
Well, we
see
heard
what
somebody
he
else hit
decides
it.
to do. Raiders for
Who had
Blitzer
hit
from
it
Bush.
a
That's the
minute
battle
ago?
mod. Thanks, Bush.
Raiders for
not
Blitzer.
sure.
Here we go. Oh, she takes him down.
Not even phased by the Raiders at all. I don't think this is guards. It looks like Raiders according to the battle mod. So no Gluhar here.
Oh.
Just gonna slow down, do some
Yeah.
pre-med.
Which is fun,
Can I
or
say
it,
that?
it's not. It's funny because we've had Gluhar in quite a few of these raids, and to just
Yeah.
not have him in any of
One.
these so far is weird.
Absolutely, and yeah, just getting it confirmed in chat. These are
can't
Raiders.
laugh right
She's
now.
an
I'm
absolute
sorry.
savage, though. Just like casually running around murdering Raiders. Crispy headshot from Zico there on that scav as well. You love to see
That
it, even though
was-
it is easy mode with that voodoo.
And the scav was shuffling sideways, but it was still a nice
Ooh.
shot.
Quick flick onto the
Blitzer
roof there.
just-
She saw that guy. Grenades being thrown. Ooh, be careful, Blitzer.
Oh,
Ooh, be careful. He's inside now. Is this a player or
Oh.
a scav?
she lit him.
Oh, what a
That
kill.
I don't think that.
What a kill. I
What
think
a
that
kill.
was That was something living. That wasn't a thing. That was a person. I'm pretty sure. We'll have a look at that. Hopefully,
I feel like that may have been a player
AI, that
scav.
was. Yeah, because otherwise that was a very clever AI. And another one as well.
I mean, she has killed a
easy.
couple raiders. She has killed a couple raiders. It's not out of the question to assume a player scav stumbled upon a body and went,
Yoink.
Because let's be honest, that's why we scav into reserve for the easy raider kits. Let's be honest.
Right, and Fluffy with the comment in chat, you know, her point fire, absolutely, yeah. She's just able to point fire these guys without any worries that she's on target. Absolute savage. Alba still in raid as well, just repacking his magazines, firing M61. You love to see that. And Zico, I'm not sure if he's got a kill here from this final building. I think he has, but he's still farming those kills. He's going to use my favorite spot as well. This is where I like to sit when I'm in the train station and look out this window. You can get some nasty 200-meter head taps the whole way down, yeah.
We've seen it as a pretty common spot from a lot of these competitors. Either that or right on top of the train and just kind of going prone and watching out, because you are going to be sort of masked in the shadow from a distance. From
a little bit,
so
yeah. You're not as silhouetted up there. You're not as silhouetted up there as you might be. Particularly, he's got eyes on something there. Particularly with this, depends where the sun is. And thanks, guys, Bada and Damien, telling us that they are confirmed.
What was that?
There's
Zico getting a snipe there, but I don't know. They were playing. They were playing whack-a-mole there. I think it might have been a player scav at the very least, but I don't know. AI scavs can definitely surprise you.
Yeah, the gear they can find on this map
to make them. Yeah, well, the fact that they do loot now is pretty scary. I've definitely had a friend die to Killa, and I had to reposition and flank around. And by the time I came back around, an AI scav had already grabbed like his gun and shit and was like trying to shoot me with it. And I was just like, no.
Absolutely. I love finding that though. I love finding a scav that I kill and he had a nice gun on his back, because then I have to figure out where the bloody hell he looted it from so I can find the rest of the gear. That's always interesting.
Well, I was gonna say, like, every time they do the passes on the AI scavs and make them more realistic, or they change their behavior, they make them scarier. They do a good job. Like the fact that they'll sometimes just run and they Zico taking hits here though. But they'll barrel check you and they'll wave at you, and it's they do a good job of them.
Occasionally they'll flick you off while they shoot you in the face. Love to see it.
Or sometimes they laugh.
20 minutes. All right.
Just gonna stop that bleed and fix that arm. It looks like 20 minutes left in raid for pretty much all of them, more or less the same start time. They are, of course, in separate raids right now, guys. There's no chance of them running into each other.
Blitzer taking somebody out at
the
cafe building.
Nice kill as well.
Or at least
She's
I
just
call
running
it
around
cafe,
farming. But we call this kitchen, school kitchen. Yeah.
School
I love
kitchen
hearing different people's call outs.
PMC.
Yeah, well, it's even like people call on customs Stronghold. I just say Fortress, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's because it's your friend group, right? Like, it all depends on who you play with. If you play with friend groups that use certain,
yeah, when you play with a new friend or
seen...
someone new, it takes you it takes a couple of hours usually to sort of settle in with the call outs, because it's just that extra seconds hesitation can be very important in a fight.
Yeah.
I think she killed someone up here
Correct
earlier.
me if I'm wrong.
So she's looking for that tag.
Fuck you, Dad.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Battle Mods or whoever has access to the. But look at that. Were scav kills not a big factor in one of our competitors? I want to say it was Miss Lizard. Were scav kills not a big factor in the final score?
Oh God!
Oh no!
Blitzer, please, God, I can't take a heart. No. Oh my word! Imagine that was the way your raid ended, chat. Imagine. Oh my God! Somebody shit. Boosh, you're her battle mod. Have strong words. I want to hear strong words. Let's go. Not like this. Not like this.
I mean, it's
dude.
no. It's It's no cliff dive on woods, but I'll take it. We've seen that. I don't know what happened. I think he was playing Batman. I can't remember exactly who it was. But somebody wanted to play Batman, and it did not go as they had planned.
This is not the way right here. Now, the big question Miss Lizard asking exactly, do you try this again? I mean,
I don't see why you
go home. She wants that dog tag.
Yeah.
She wants those extra points. The only way she can get is getting on that roof. Now, in my opinion, she just needs to get good.
Oh!
All right. So let's see.
Zico missing a shot there.
Grabbing that
On that raider. Now he's gonna close in and try and go for it.
I don't know if that was a raider. The way they were moving, it makes me think either player scav that kitted up or a PMC.
It looked like he
But
was
I could be wrong, and I often am.
didn't it? It looked like he was jiggling a little bit. You might be right on that being a player scav. Nice. High strength being important there for that jump. Great work. Great work, Zico. That's a risky move even with the high strength because, of course, as you jump, it takes a second for you to be able to use your rifle. And if the guy was able to flick on you, you could be in trouble. Nice move. He's still in
not
this
just
fight.
that, but yeah, you are taking a ton of
damage.
damage. He's got to back off here for a second.
He got the
I don't
kill,
think he has any
think.
stims.
Can't see him.
He's out of stims. He's going to want to stop that bleed, get that stomach fixed sooner rather than later. Dangerous
And that's
fight.
where those green
Dangerous fight.
stims, those green stims come in clutch. When you're bleeding from every orifice in your body, and
I'm
you
still
are
not
seeing a
someone-
bright light.
Raider that I killed.
She's trying again. Go on, Blitz.
Yeah.
I believe in you. Chat don't, but I do, and I think it's important that she knows that the casters believe in her.
Chat don't believe
And
it.
then onto this metal thing.
We're listening to her right now, chat. Oh god.
All right. This is a harder platformer than some of the early Nintendo and Sega games were. Do you remember
Oh, my
Ghosts and
word.
Goblins? That game was... Forget about it.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
You got
I was
this.
on it and then I scared myself.
Yeah, she should drop her bag. If she's got a heavy bag on, that'll hurt
There's a
more
dog
when she
tag.
drops.
Yeah, she wants that dog tag, and I don't blame her.
Pog, we
Points are
made it.
points.
Woo!
was real.
Pogs in shot. There we go. Get off that bloody roof, please, for
Now-
Christ's sake, before I have a fit. There we go. Oh, she did
How
take the
funny
bag
would
off
that
too.
have been if
Hottest
she
2
missed
points of my
there
life.
and had to heal again?
You can hear her grinning. You can
Oh,
hear
no.
her grinning.
Yeah, she's happy with
GG,
that.
Blitzer.
The noise of relief.
That is a nice shot, though. Like that
not
kill, that's a
falling.
nice kill.
Yeah, that's a nasty spot. People don't often look up there.
Grab my
Great
backpack.
kill she got
Yeah.
on that guy.
I think I like the
Trained,
fact that
meanwhile.
Reserve, especially in the area that she's heading into here, I love how many windows there are that you can be like, you have to cover angles. And when you play as a squad, moving through this area is so important. It's I don't know. I like Reserve, but I'm really
It's a difficult
anxious for
map to
streets.
squad on just because of
Who's
its open
cafeteria?
nature and the fact that you can clear an area
Yeah.
as a
Don't have enough
squad.
points.
So on any other map,
Why
if I
you
clear
guys
an area
making-
with my
no,
squad, I'm
he's a
fairly
scout,
confident there's nobody
100%.
there for at least the next X amount of time. On this map, because of the high
Yeah.
number of player scavs, you can clear an area, walk out the building, and a scav will spawn in. We've seen scavs spawn in, visually
Yeah.
seen them just pop in. So this map
can
is a
check it
little
on the
scary
way
for
back.
that. It just makes
How
you
about
feel like you're always surrounded no matter what, which isn't necessarily a terrible thing to feel because it makes you cautious, but it's not ideal. So running squads here is
We have to
running
go
them
first,
well
guys.
is
Yeah, no,
difficult
we got
for
10
sure. I would
Yeah,
How
say.
long
for
does
sure.
the hematic bunker last? The fucking siren? Chat? 4 minutes?
asking
And
her
I
battle
think
mod here.
hopefully-
Chat.
Hopefully, Bravo, Hotel Bravo and chat getting ready to mute all the streams once they start hitting that bloody hermetic
Gotcha.
button.
Yeah. No, don't worry. Hotel is gonna turn
20
it up for
seconds
us and then mute his audio.
Yeah.
He's gonna say,
I'm gonna press it.
Garland
go
getting the
back-
wee woos in chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna push the Hematic
Train
now. See if there's
building?
kind of
They're all gonna do it. They're all
I'm
gonna
back
do it.
again.
We're gonna have 3x
Oh,
hermetic door
no.
noises, chop. Buckle in, everyone. It's gonna get frisky. Here we go.
Can we just offset all the audio? Oh no.
I guess perfect timing to listen to
See?
Alba.
Yeah, we can go under. I guess.
Yeah. Zico and Blitzer just
It's not
hit
too
that
bad 'cause we
thing
got
like
wrist
almost
down.
at the exact. It's just like a millisecond delay.
Correct.
That's actually not as bad as it could. That could have been a lot worse.
To beat that. Can you show me the score right now?
That could have been a lot worse.
I could have been a
Iron
lot worse.
Fist wants
Thanks
us to
big...
give our best wee woo sounds.
I don't play enough
take that
reserve
away
to
and
know what it
start?
sounds like, Iron. I'm apologize. I'm sorry, dude.
But, well, I mean,
I'll let
Iron,
you
do you
start.
want us
I'll let
to
you
do?
start.
Do you want us to
not
do a
sure.
hermetic sound, or is it just a wee woo? Like, do
not
you just want to go
fully
like
sure.
wee woo?
The Evasion will want us to drive all of our viewers away on the final match because they come in and we're wee wooing like
going
crazy
that
people down the
way.
microphone. It definitely has an accent in
probably
Northern
sounds-
Irish.
We're gonna
Definitely
take it.
has an
Yeah.
accent in
One
Northern
else
Irish.
died early. That's how we're playing here.
Zico's leaving
I
straight
think they're
away, so
going- I
he hit
think-
that button and
Yeah.
he wanted to leave. I think is it 5 minutes you get with Hermetic when you hit that, but he wasn't
believe
messing around. He
so.
was like, "I'm done. I hit this audio.
Telepathy.
Get me the hell out, Nikita. I want to leave." No, he's changed his mind. All right, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go
Oh, he's saying,
downstairs.
"No, I'm
get some
gonna-"
scavs.
Yeah, see, look at that. Look at that. Oh, Ooh, maybe. Oh,
Raiders?
that was a bad.
Oh my!
That was
could
a
you
bad
imagine?
time to round that
Oh.
corner.
Time
Don't,
to
and you're
heal,
gonna
dude.
draw people there.
They're Raiders. I'm sure that's Raiders, and I'm sure they're locked on him. I would not be
Yeah.
picking that. It might just be. Do you leave or do you go for the extra points? They're only 1 point
That's
per
a smart
Raider if
move
memory
there.
serves.
Hit it
Yeah,
again.
I don't know. I mean, that
It's Gluhar.
that extra point though, like we've seen the winner determined
can
by a
help me,
point or two. We've
like,
seen
even
the
though we
wild
only
card
won,
determined by a
just
point or
don't
two,
say
and with a
anything about
cash
Well,
I
prize
think they
of
won.
$1,000 for first place and 500 for second for the finalist bracket, like you definitely want to make sure you're getting those points.
Absolutely. Blitzer with the 2 quick kills with the M4. You love to see it.
That was like
Hang on. This
3.
might be Gluhar. If this is Gluhar, that's 5 points for the Gluhar kill. No, you think he's better of
Damn.
it. He thinks he's done okay here, and I think he has done okay here. Time for him to get out. This is going to come down, though, to they all completed their objectives, and they're all hopefully, I'm not going to jinx it like you did. So if it comes down to objectives completed, it's going to be scav kills. It's going to be PMC kills. This is going to be that close again.
I thought.
And as Lizard is saying, if he dies, he loses 10 points. Like, he's 10 points on this
Yeah,
extract.
no. Oh, I know 100%. Those 10 points are important, but like you've got to ask yourself, like, do I think I can get those
Natsu.
extra couple points?
One
But
PMC
it's
kill
their
with
call
no
at the end
tag.
of the day.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
So one PMC
that's
kill,
gonna
no
hurt.
tag, 8 scavs. So not maxing out the PMCs there, but he got the bonus points for the extract. He got the bonus points for all the kills. So let's see how that makes his score move at the end. Good raid from him. Solid raid though.
Yeah, we gotta run straight, I think.
I like how
About to.
Lizard's saying if he dies, it's 10 points he
Probably not
loses.
enough.
When she went and genocided all the scavs
That's my gut
on the
feeling.
Tarkov servers
Kinda
when
wanna
she
try
played.
that,
Who doesn't love some squash?
Like I
Oh.
think they ran out of scavs for the
Pretty,
entire
but
day.
It might just, it might
And
be
Nikita
I think they
actually said
did.
we have to shut the servers down because we don't
Okay.
have scavs right now.
And how long?
Hashtag blame Lizard for the server issues, guys.
Hope
In
you
chat,
keep
let's go.
running.
Yeah.
GG no
Hashtag
rechat. Let's go.
thanks Lizard. That's why
Game
those scavs
faces,
wouldn't
bros.
spawn.
Game faces.
It did coincide. It did happen
She
to kind of
broke sniper
coincide at the same
scavs.
time.
Confirmed.
Scavs.
She
She
broke sniper
did.
scavs confirmed.
We're taking the dodgy path thing.
Cancel
but
Lizard.
I
Let's
kinda
go.
have to
Hit
go
it
wide
at
here
6 minutes.
because the wee woo's been hit so many times.
So we extract
The
five.
raiders might
Oh
be
my
dead.
gosh.
They might be scattered. They could be
3:30?
on the bunkers.
So Zeke
Go
getting
free
out,
still?
that's potentially gonna be a big point
Why?
raid. I didn't notice how
We
many
are-
of the
yeah,
kills he got
Wyatt
from the
and then we come
buildings.
in.
But that's
So we're,
he
like,
got
heading
out. He
towards
got
the
those
eating
points, so
pipe,
he's
I think, right
definitely
back
in the
across.
running. It'll
I
just
checked
Trying to use some
Blue.
determine like did these two do
You
more
want me to
in the
check
raid.
Cafe guy, right?
There could also be extra campers as well. Oof, that would be disgusting, wouldn't it?
That would be
Bubba.
Bubba.
That would be pretty filthy. He's
I think-
thinking about those.
I think
He's thinking about those extra
players have
campers.
It wiggled.
We haven't seen too many. And
That's
I'm pretty happy about that. We haven't seen too many extract campers.
I'm scared to do the Pestilence curse / Grumble's curse here, but even in
not
my
the
own
biggest
raids,
raid.
I very
Let's just hope we
rarely
did
see an
enough.
extra camper. I'm gonna jinx myself here. I feel like it's an overplayed, an overthought fear that people
Extra
have.
campers.
If you're smart and you clear well, there are no extra campers. You
I
might
love 3
find
points.
1 in 20 raids. I think that's anecdotally for me. It's about 1 in 20.
Sure,
I
yeah.
don't
You
see
make me
campers
fucking
being
question everything.
that.
Like,
Blitzer's nervous. I just
Oh
see
my God,
campers
I
being
get
that
so
big a
fucking-
thing right now. At least not successful ones. What Garland
Yeah,
said.
that's
Can we
right,
cancel
Bunny.
Garland?
They don't camp. They just. Yeah, can we
I
cancel
think we
Garland?
just get out, chat. Let's play it safe. You know, if I'm wrong,
I'm gonna
wrong.
say
I'll
that
live
there's
with that decision,
absolutely
let's play
no
it
way.
safe.
No, I'm not gonna
GGs.
finish that.
No, don't do it.
not
Other with
gonna
the
do
big
I know,
extract
it
as
was
well.
best.
Smart move. So now we're down to just Blitzer, and you can hear she's a little nervous about this
Oh, I
extract.
went and
She's a
checked
little
it,
bit
Scav, but-
frazzled.
You know what though? I've noticed a
Still
big trend
smiling.
with this
There
is
we
the
go.
person
We
who
gotta-
generally
just
stays
extract
in this raid the longest
GG's, chat.
tends
You're
to
the
come out with the
point.
W.
30,
So the fact that she's still in here and she got quite a few big kills there at the end, I don't know. Did she
They're
get
all
more
still in
points
it,
though
yeah.
with that extra? Yeah,
I'm not
did she
sure. They
get-
were all
I
still
think it's
in
gonna be
this
close.
raid. I think so as well. Now,
Oh, it's not
interesting,
stressful
Ubba
at
with
all.
5 scavs and 1 confirmed with tag
Whoa.
bonus pointed
It's hard to
PMC
hit
kills.
track.
So again,
It's
not a
hard.
huge amount of kills, but he got the objective done. If Blitzer
Holy
puts up a
fuck.
lot of kills here, and she got a couple of
GG.
PMCs in this raid, this could lean towards Blitzer, I think. This is gonna be interesting, guys. This is gonna come down to the wire. Yet again.
Let's find out.
Yet again. I don't know if I can take this anymore, dude.
Yeah, it's
Is everyone out of
it's
the,
it's.
out their raids?
I'm hoping for a
Yeah,
close
it's
one.
just
I
well.
love
Just
close
leave the screen
finishes.
up.
I like when everybody is like
go ahead, Red.
neck and neck at the end, and you're
Oh
just
my
like, you know
word,
what?
look at the score she put up, dude.
Oh, cool. I'll put the so I can get back to my stash. I'll
So
put
if they all get the
big screen
bonus
on.
points for the extract, they all get the bonus points for the buildings. This is gonna be interesting. Holy hell.
Did I just?
What
do
do we
a zipper?
think,
You
chat?
did.
What do we
Yeah,
think?
You heard me unzip my hoodie because I'm boiling, dude.
You're
Wearing a
just,
zip top hoodie.
Yeah, those scav kills. A point is a point is a point, and when you're
Chill,
this
chat,
close,
chill.
Point. Let's get
Holy
GG's in
moly.
chat for all the
Everybody's-
competitors,
I mean,
guys.
I'm close to the
They did
limit.
a
Ain't that
fantastic
close?
job.
Cool, cool, cool.
They did a
Let's put the,
fantastic
let's put the big
job
screen on,
to
chat.
everybody.
That was good.
I'd be really proud if I
did.
was them.
Yeah,
I think
you
that
guys-
was awesome.
yeah, no, that was a great day. Today was a great day. We saw some really awesome plays, and I'm
Mhm.
I'm stoked about it. We got to see our roof fight,
Mhm.
so I'm happy about that.
We did. We got a roof fight. We got some good PMC action. We got some competitor versus competitor action. We had some good luck, some bad luck for most of the competitors. I'm exhausted. That was tight. That was tension right up to the last. Again, every week. Interesting.
My
Let's
hands are
see.
sweaty.
But of course, we have the wild card question as well. So there's a lot to play for here. It's not just first place, guys. Gonna wait and see.
Yep.
What do you think,
It
Grumbles? Who do you
was.
think
It was.
got it?
I'm expecting big things. I think it's going to be close. I think that we're going to see some big scores from quite a few people today. So
Yeah, if you had to twist my arm, I think Blitzer's got this. Just that last raid was a bit of a masterpiece of reserve, in my opinion. Particularly for me, it's a map I don't run solo very often, and I think we might see Ubba in with a really good shout of second place, taking that win. But not by much over Zico, but taking that win for the wild card, I think. But that's just me. I don't know. We don't know, chat. We're like you. We genuinely do not know the scores right now. Nobody tells us yet until it gets revealed. So here we go. We'll find out soon. But yeah, that was great, guys.
yeah, we know when you know. We know when you know, guys.
So, guys, just hearing in our ears, we are about to go to commercial for a couple of minutes. If you guys want to go grab a drink, grab a beer, grab a refill, we will be back with the scores and the winners in a few minutes. Now's your time. We will see you soon.
pushing, pushing. Help, help, help. One more. Dead. Oh, dead. Go home. You think you can take me, bro? Nobody can take me. What's up? Get the fuck off me!
Ready? Yep.
That explains the massive amount of footsteps that I heard.
Ah, see ya.
Thinking about it, I'm just like, well, that was that then. Okay. There's no fucking way I just hit that.
What? Should have been grabbing the CPU fan. No, sir. Great success. Yes, very nice.
He's in the hallway. On the left.
Oh, he's out the door. I'm dead.
I got him. Oh, there's another one.
Got him. Got both of them.
Oh god, I got one below me too. Still alive. Okay, I got both my boys. I'm going back upstairs.
Kill one. Kill two. Kill three.
Let's fucking go, baby. Baby Ronald, what's going on, boys? How are we?
So we are back, Grumbles. We're back. Did you have a nice break? I hope you did, because we are ready to get into this.
I did.
You did. Excellent. calmed myself down a little bit after that one, everybody. So we're about to get into this. We have the scores on the doors, and I think we're going to go through these. So coming up in 4th place, starting in 4th place with 40 points. Unfortunately, another PMC fall victim to Tarkov. He got so unlucky tonight. Big shout out to Nemonas. Huge shout out to him. Very, very passionate player. You can see that. We've been having a great start to his final raid. He did so well on reserve, but he got 3rd partied. He got unlucky with that player coming up the stairs. Nobody heard him. Super unlucky, but huge well done to Nemonas, guys. What a competitor he was. So very, very happy with that. He should be proud of his score. Absolutely. In 3rd place, 78 points. He carried, so he had a great start to his labs raid as well. He went straight into interchange, killed 4 PMCs there, and he started from that point on, he was the points leader. He finished off very strongly in reserve, closed the gap, but just not enough, and finished in 3rd place as well. And that was Zico91 in 3rd place, guys. Huge shout out to Zico as well. Fantastic competitor. Has such a strong start to the game. Great interchange run as well. Should be very proud of that score.
Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, guys, good job. Good job. You guys put on one hell of a show. We enjoyed watching you. So even though you didn't pull out the dub today and unfortunately won't be moving on, you still did phenomenal. And I hope to see you guys back again. And we will move on to the top 2. So today is exciting. Okay, we have a champion, but we also have a new wildcard spot. And our new wildcard spot's at 102 points, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe is the highest wildcard score for this bracket so far.
Correct. We've seen people win with 102.
Yeah, exactly. But coming in at 1st place, 113 points, none other than Evasion Zone Blitzer Girl. What a roller coaster of an event for her today. She died early on in interchange to Zico, but she came back stronger than ever in Woods. And with a smashing 41 points on that raid, it was huge. It boosted her up. She then went on early. She went down early in Shoreline. Unfortunately, it was sad to see, but she came back flying in reserve and getting all her objectives completed, dominating the map and setting the EU record with a score of 113 points. And she also moves into the top reserve score with 51 points on her run for the EU bracket. Coming in 2nd place, British Ubba, an extremely tactical player who played each map with caution. His playstyle paid off throughout the event, especially on Interchange Woods. He had solid raids on those, just played super good the whole time. But unfortunately, he went down to a 3rd party after killing a competitor on Shoreline, cut his raid short. He went into reserve neck and neck in the point lead. And even though he finished great, he didn't quite pull the lead out. But he will be moving on with that wildcard spot. Points. All I can say, points. Points. It was a good day.
What do you even say about that?
Oh, and yeah,
like you say, Blitzer with the high score for Europe, the high score for reserve map, and we have the highest ever, the highest score of the season. Sorry, in 2nd place as well. So just a phenomenal quality day.
Oh,
what an absolute great day.
I was gonna say no. Sorry, I think I just noticed that it's a tie, but that's like for the. Oh, never mind. Not for wildcard. Sorry, I'm tired. Sorry. You're
good.
Fire me!
What we're gonna do, guys? This is Grumble's last day. F's in chat for Grumbles, but before he goes, he has one more job to do, and we're gonna jump into Discord, and we are gonna say hi to our winner, Blitzer Girl. So here we go. Blitzer, hello. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yep. What's up?
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. What? I was nervous, yes, very nervous.
Is that why you
I
didn't
don't
put
know
your
why
cam on?
though. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
played
that's
so
more
good.
pressure. I don't know. I died early for the 2 of the maps there, and I didn't think I would be able to bring it back. But we had a huge raid on reserve. It was fucking.
Yeah, that reserve raid, you were so calm, and right up until the end when you got a bit nervous about extra camping, but you got unlucky on Shoreline. It was a great kill by Ubba. But yeah, you should be very proud of that score. That was great.
Yeah, it was. I was skeptical about going up those stairs because I tried both sides and there was someone watching it on both sides, and then I just went for it and got unlucky there. But
imagine what your score could have been. But you still, I'm not sure you know this, but you still pulled off the highest EU score in total and the highest score on reserve. So big spotlight on you going into the semi-finals. You excited?
Yeah. Nervous. Yeah,
it's like, nah. It's just like a regular Monday or Sunday for me.
Yeah, right. I don't think I've ever seen anyone bring that many face shields into labs, by the way. So ballsy move. You were there for the foreseeable. I like that. You never know. Well, huge congratulations.
Huge congrats. You
Thanks
did phenomenal today. I just had a question really quick for you here. At the end there on that reserve run, it looked like you weren't completely sold on the extraction. Were you considering potentially like scouring the map one last time?
Yeah,
it looked like you. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna look around again towards Scavlands area because I didn't check that for a while. Look for scavs there, but I was mostly just trying to spawn raiders and get extra points.
Go ahead, Jeepo.
I was gonna say maybe you should have, because if you had died, it would have been a 1-point win. So that would have been even tighter than normal.
Yeah,
I'm glad
that would have been.
Take it.
Oh, somebody in chat wants to know how you felt after falling from the tower and then knowing that you had to go up there and try it again.
I've never done that jump before, so I was like, I don't even know how to do this. So I had to ask chat like where to go.
And you trusted chat? Oh, first mistake right there.
For the most part.
Oh, wow. It was graceful. Trust me, we didn't notice a thing.
Yeah, we weren't watching at all. There was no spotlight on you.
I did not scream at all.
If I don't hear that scream on one of those buttons that you press on the page, I'm gonna be very upset soon. So well done, Blitzer.
Thank you, appreciate it.
No worries, and you're going to be staying on. So with that said, I'm just going to wrap things up a little bit, guys. So huge thank you to all the battle mods today.
Yeah. No, can you hear me?
I can't hear Jeepo anymore.
Oh, I'm right here. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I got you.
No, yeah.
There he is. Sorry. So I was going to say massive thank you to all the technology chat. Never mess with it. Massive thank you to all the battle mods. You guys did an excellent job. Even Bush, well done. A huge shout out to all the subs today, all the viewers, everyone coming back, all the new guys, all the competitors. They did a fantastic job as well. So close. It's nothing without the competitors, guys. So if you fancy yourself a streamer, you fancy yourself as a good Tarkov player, feel free to look out for the next season and get your invites in there. We do still have duos coming up, we have trios coming up, and a massive shout out to BSG. They make this game, but they also sponsor Evasion. This sponsorship money for the competitors makes this even bigger competition able to run. It's not easy to run something like Evasion. There's 30 people behind the scenes. Everything costs time, effort, money. So huge thank you from BSG as well for their help. And of course, next weekend we do have the semi-finals. And we have the finals on Sunday next week. So hopefully we're going to see some of tonight's competitors in that final as well. And of course, guys, if you are in Australia, you are a time traveler, you are upside down, your ancestors were, and I'm not going to go down that road. If you are in Australia, then please do go. I would love to see you guys go enter. We still have a few slots open for that Australian bracket. It is closing very, very soon for Australian solos. So get your applications in there. You still have a chance. Obviously, the guys are going to be looking at your stream. So get streaming, get on there. Looking forward to seeing you guys there as well.
And then maybe we could sit here and make really bad jokes while you play Tarkov.
Right, and I have Koa in chat, and she's one of my Australian viewers, so I'm going to get absolutely blasted for that one now for the rest of the week.
Good. I can't be the only one leaving today with a little bit of a target on his back. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got fired. I didn't, at least. But look, the Europeans came. They showed up. They turned up. They did awesome. North America already showed that they have got what it takes, and now we've got to see what the Australians can bring.
Yeah, and That's the one thing. I mean, people do talk a lot of crap about non-North American regions when it comes to video games. And I think, honestly, like, you can't say shit. You watch these EU brackets, you can't talk smack about the EU players, man. They're putting up just as much of a show and just as many points as our North American counterparts. So,
absolutely, everybody should be very, very proud. So with that said, I think we're going to wrap this up soon. Blitzer is going to be staying on as well, guys. So you still have a bit of a chance here. If you're gonna follow the guys' links in channel, make sure you follow everybody tonight who was involved. Give them some love. These guys did an absolutely epic job. And big thank you to Grumbles as well for listening to my terrible anecdotes and awful commentating and accent tonight as well. Big shout out to him, guys.
But I could say the same thing to you. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to do this with you. It's always a pleasure to be on here, and I look forward to sharing this spotlight with you again. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, dude. Absolutely had a blast. Thank you as always to everybody, including yourself at Division.
Yeah, 100%. So I guess if we're gonna be wrapping things down here, do you want to quickly tell the people where they can find you?
Yeah, I
what
can
you
do.
do?
Yeah, I'm Jeepo, obviously. Jeepo TV is the handle because I'm not a partner and I can't get rid of the TV bit of my name just yet. But yeah, I'm a streamer. I'm from Northern Ireland, hence the funny accent. I'm on most nights. I kind of like to think I specialize more in the squad play style of Tarkov than the solo stuff. But come hang out, say hi, and you're going to see Koa punish me with push-ups this week, I suspect.
I've got to be there. I got to see that.
You gotta be there. And over to you, Grumbles. Tell us a little bit about you as well, dude.
Yeah, well, once again, by now, a lot of you guys know me. I'm your resident stepchad. I play Tarkov. I'm known for Tarkov. But lately, I've been diddling a lot with variety gaming. So if you want to come over and hang out and just have a laugh, you know, have some beers and see some shitty gameplay, then do it. But other than that, thank you guys so much for allowing us to be here. Thank you guys for being a part of this. And we'll catch you next time, I suppose. And if there's anything else you want to say, Jeepo?
No, big love, guys. Thank you for being here. And I think we're sending you guys over